Dude, that car was almost $3 million used.
Oh, here we go. We're here on the Squeegee Life podcast, and Mark's fucking bragging again.
I'm not bragging. I don't own one of those cars. I have nice accounts. I can tell you that. I've worked hard to have good accounts.
What a piece of shit.
Somebody's grandmother's house. Can you clean my lamps?
So what?
Yeah.
I fucking hate lamp cleaning.
So, what's up, everybody? We're here with Chris Lambrinides from WCR, windowcleaner.com. What's up, Chris?
What's up? What's up, guys?
We got an instant thumbs down for you being on this episode, so I feel like that is great.
Probably a few more coming.
Yeah. Well, you know they love us. They love to hate us. What's up, Pro Wash, Missouri, Henry Dreest? The whole family's here tonight. We got Chris is getting ready to be arrested. The police are at the front door. Live
Yeah.
arrested. That's
Watch
great.
that neck, Chris.
Yeah.
Don't let him put the knee on your neck.
So, if anyone hasn't yet, make sure you go and buy Perry Tate's new app. It just got pulled off the internet.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You serious, Clark?
Carl Robinson. You didn't see that fucking post Carl Robinson put up?
No, I haven't seen it.
Oh yeah, he took that money for that app and then just shut it down. It's shut down already.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah.
What is the app anyway?
Really?
Huh?
Lost.
That's classic Perry.
It's like a window
Like
cleaner.
I've heard this before.
Yeah, it's a window cleaner app. So like you get on there and like socialize with other window cleaners and stuff. Kind of like
they don't.
Facebook, YouTube.
kind of like the window cleaner app that Chris came out with not too long ago. Except for Chris was free, so that was, it's kind of like Facebook, just like a free resource for people. And what's up, Kevin Hargis? Oh, look who's watching. Old Mike's watching. Huh.
Mike Nichols.
Mike Nichols. Huh. Mike
Peter's
Nichols decided to come back and watch the podcast, huh? We're good enough for you again, Mike? It's great. It's probably because Chris is on. So, Chris, how's everything been going, man?
Good, man. Good. It was like a super weird year, as you know.
Right.
Yeah.
Just this May, we got super busy. Hopefully we'll make up for March and April. Hasn't happened yet.
Well, I kind of feel like that's like for everyone, really. I think May kind of like everyone like came out of the house kicking the doors down, ready to go. You know what I mean? At least residentially. You know what I mean? Residentially, it's been really, 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 really crazy for me. But
the residential customers are not really like majorly affected financially by COVID, so they're still spending.
Right.
Commercial stuff, they got budgets. It's a different story.
Right.
Yeah, I've got about 75% return rate as of right now, and those are all people that called me. I've yet to walk in and say, "Hey, are you ready to continue?" I mean, I didn't lose any car dealerships, mostly restaurants and small storefronts.
Really?
And the rest, I have one restaurant that hasn't come back yet. Actually, one restaurant that has 7 locations that hasn't come back yet, and a more high-end restaurant that hasn't come back. But most of the route and since we started in the middle of March, we're just washing them and, hoping they smile and continuing, and we're not even going to bill them. I'm not even going to bill them. I'm going to send them a bill for half a month. You know what I'm saying? They don't have any money in the bank either.
What's up, Diego?
So, Mark, those places that didn't come back, have you noticed that they're open when you're on your route?
Yeah, well, most of them, like one of them, the one that, a high-end one called Capitol Grill. I don't know if you have them out there, but it's a high-end restaurant, like a Ruth Chris. And he told me, I did that job once a month, in and out, and he's like, hey, man, I got to cut you back, and we'll call you as soon as we're ready to start again. I'm like, no problem. I said, I've been working you 15 years. How about I just do the outside once a month, no charge, just to keep you looking good, because I know you do it to go. And he goes, the problem is, if my boss sees a vendor here, even though I tell him it's free, I'm going to be in a world of shit. So I was like, no problem.
Right.
But no, they're the problem is some of the restaurants here, now they're up to 50% capacity. Now they're going to start opening because, I know some of my restaurants are personal friends, so I talk to them and they say at 25%, it costs them money to open the dining room.
Of course.
Because they got to staff the dining room, they got to open up the full menu, and they're losing money, but they did it anyway. And then some restaurants are going to wait till we get to phase 3, I think, which is 75% capacity, and then the floodgates are going to open. So, but people are out spending money. People know everybody's hurting, and they're out. If you call it patriotic, I think it's great. Going out and taking care of the small business,
Yeah.
I mean, I needed some stuff from the hardware store, and
Right.
instead of going to my Home Depot, I paid 15% more at the local Ace.
You know what?
I
did the same thing. Yep. I've been going this whole time. I've been going to the Ace Hardware up here.
Yeah.
It's like maybe 10 minutes out of my way, but I know it's family owned and I'm going straight there. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the small businesses are getting fucking rammed in the rear right now. You know what I mean? Unfortunately. You know what I'm saying? So I try to give my money to as many local people as I possibly can. Chris, how are sellings now compared to May 2019? That's from Mario. Oh,
Sales?
Yeah, sales. How are they compared to last year? This time, how are they? Are they different?
60% up.
Really?
Over last year.
Yeah, 60% up. But that still hasn't totally made up for what was extracted out of March and April.
Of course,
yeah,
maybe, of course. Yeah. Just so
Plus
everybody
coming in are like lower margin because we're doing like a lot of sales and promos and shit just to keep people going.
Right. Well,
never cash flow.
Yeah, Michigan people have started to just ignore the governor. Yeah, dude. You know what, dude? Unfortunately, you're probably gonna see a lot of that shit going on. You know what I mean? I got TJ 0 20-footer. You won't regret it. Game changer. You should have went to one of my YouTube videos and clicked the fucking link, Lewis. You piece of fucking shit. Just so everybody knows, I've got Mario on Skype now, and Mario's gonna come on this fucking podcast, world exclusive.
Nice.
I'm gonna be his translator. If you guys have ever seen Yoel Romero and Joey Diaz on the JRE podcast, that's exactly what I'm going for. It's gonna be so awesome.
Probably, yeah.
What up, Fernando? So, you know what? I want to say this right now. I said this earlier, but I wanted to make sure I told Seth I wanted to say something, mention this tonight. Cops got to stop killing people, man. You guys got to stop. Just arrest him. Just arrest him and put him in the cruiser, man. You got 4 or 5 guys, hog tie him, throw him in the back of the cruiser. You don't need to sit on his neck, man. You guys got to stop doing that shit because folks is going to... black folks are going to rise up and you guys are going to start getting your wigs peeled back. And, I mean, unfortunately, a couple of bad apples are going to ruin the whole bunch. You know what I mean? You guys got to, it's out of control, man. We got enough shit going on right now that we don't need to be hurting each other, man. That's just the way I feel about it. I'm not like, fuck the police or nothing like that. But, man, you guys got to straighten that shit the fuck out, man. It's got to be straightened out. It's just too much. Yeah.
That video was like beyond people hurting people. It was like torture. It was 8 minutes of 2016. Like it.
Well-
you try to watch that, it's so difficult.
And then
so
and then
sad.
another video came out because they were saying he resisted arrest, and there was none of that on video.
I
He
didn't
was
see that.
cooperating
Yeah.
with
It made me think of like when I was a kid watching like videos from the '60s, and I was like, "Holy shit!" Like you felt removed from that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we've moved past that. And then you watch that video, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, man! Like,
there's no excuse for that. You are a police officers, are public servants like police officers, firefighters, stuff like that, children's services people. You guys are held to a higher standard, and there's a reason you're held to a higher standard because you're supposed to be there. It's called serve and protect, not break fucking necks. It's not serve and break necks. You know what I mean? It's needless, man. I mean, I'm not saying that every one of these situations where a person of color gets killed or something like that by law enforcement, that sometimes people are asking for it. You know what I mean? Sometimes, they're asking to get, handled a certain kind of way. But when you're like handcuffed and on the ground and they're still fucking putting it to you, that's not cool, man. Because you got no way to defend yourself. This man has got his hands behind his back on his belly, and you got your knee on his fucking neck. Yep. There's 4 of you there. What? It was 7, 8. What was almost 10 fucking minutes? What were you waiting for?
Well, what are you waiting for? Saying, "Hey, get off of him already. He ain't going nowhere."
Mark Darnell. Like 8 minutes, he wasn't being quiet. It was like begging, bleeding, crying, and pleading.
I like how people go, "Well, they fired the officers." Oh, they fired the officers. Oh, wow. You know how many families have changed because of that? Look how many people are affected. All the family that man has. All these police officers are now out of a job and potentially facing murder charges. Most likely, we don't know everything yet, but based on what we know so far, look how many lives changed just because some asshole. That was an asshole move. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, that cop will be dead in 90 days. If he does, like, he's going to take his own life or somebody's going to get him.
Or they put him into general population.
He's fucked.
Prison.
He's fucked. They're going to, if he's taken to jail and goes before a judge and he gets sent to prison, they're going to knock his fucking teeth out of his mouth and they're going to use every hole on his body a lot.
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to kill him. They're not going to kill him. They're going to torture him.
Kids, like and the whole thing, like holding them to a higher standard. No, like just hold them to a human standard, right? Like you would never in any situation do that to somebody. You know what I mean? Like that's just a human being a piece of shit.
Yeah.
My opinion. Like that's so uncalled for.
Well, this is what got me. This is what bothered me the most is that homeboy is begging this dude like, "Hey man, I can't breathe, and this dude is kneeling on him with his fucking hand in his pocket.
Yep.
You are so scared for your fucking life that you gotta have your knee on this guy's fucking neck. But
well, think about it. There's one man on the ground with handcuffs behind his back. There's 4 cops, which means at least between 4 or 6 guns. I'm sure they had tasers, nightsticks, everything else they fucking wear. And you're going to tell me that he was a threat beyond once he was on the ground, smashed up under the front of the car like that? Come on.
Fernando said an off-duty firefighter tried to take his pulse, and that cop pulled out his mace and aimed it at him.
Yeah,
you could see that in that video.
Yeah, that dude. That's
if this is all true, that cop deserves what he gets.
Fuck yeah, he does. Fuck yeah, he deserves it. Fuck yeah, dude. It's not right, man. It's not right. It's not right.
And this will inevitably cause a whole summer's worth of violence.
Oh yeah, no question, no question. Not. I don't even think just in that city, man. I think it's going to be. I mean, first of all, you got everybody locked up in their fucking house. You know what I mean? For 3 months. That's the first thing. People are fucking fed the fuck up. People are fed the fuck up. You know what I mean? And then something like this happens, a social injustice like this where a fucking guy loses his life on some arrogant fucking like douchebaggery, that it's only going to compound it. You know what I mean? It's only going to be worse. It's gross, man.
I mean, look what happened with Ferguson, right? That didn't just stay like in that area. It spread throughout the whole country. And I feel like this could be that moment if people don't, jump on it. If they don't handle this right, like, it's going to get fucking bad.
Which one was Ferguson? Was that the one with was last name Brown?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Even though that one was like kind of like there was some extenuating circumstances, I'm like, that blew up the way it blew up, and I don't even know if that was handled horribly wrong. Where this one was like, it's a shut-in case. Like it's just plain obvious what's going on, and
obviously this guy that was the cop that was doing it didn't give a fuck at all. He didn't care that he was being videotaped. He didn't care this dude didn't breathe. Tim said he had black gloves on, so they looked like they were in his pockets. Well, either way, I know where his knee was, and it was on that dude's fucking neck. And that's not cool, man.
The one thing we don't know yet, and again, this is no excuse or defense of anyone, is if he cooperated and they put him in cuffs, how did he end up on the ground under the car like that? You know what I'm saying? Like under the front bumper of the car. Unless he was sitting on the curb and then they kind of attacked him.
This is the way I look at it. Unless he's got like rocket launchers that come out of his back like a fucking transformer, his fucking hands were fucking cuffed behind his fucking back.
Yeah.
They had him fucking cuffed. I think when they were bringing him around away from his car in front of the fucking his hands were behind his fucking back. There's 4 of you, and he's cuffed. I mean, there's just no fucking excuse for it. None. You can't try to justify it in any kind of way. I feel
like that. Like, when we watch the video, there's like that Asian cop standing in front of him, sort of like blocking the people on the sidewalk. Mm-hmm. You could tell he was horribly uncomfortable with it, but like he was still letting it happen.
He's a pussy.
Yeah.
You got to be a man. In that situation, you got to be a man. You got to separate yourself as a man and be like, you know what, dude, that's too much, man. All that had to happen was one of those cops just say, "Yo, man, that's ease up." You know what I mean?
Dude was pleading for his life, and nobody did anything. He said multiple times, "I can't breathe. My stomach hurts." Something along those lines, multiple times, and no one did anything. They just stood there and watched.
Is Mrs. Tanner letting one of the dogs drink out of the toilet?
Yeah, that's Brady's drinking out of the toilet. Yeah.
Why does he prefer the toilet?
They have a bowl in the kitchen, but they like the toilet because it's nice and cool. Plus, sometimes I give them a little road apple.
That's something, Mark.
Yeah.
Oh my!
They should do something for your dogs.
Yep.
Well, remind me to never let Mark's dogs lick me. Like
they
in my
peanut butter. Don't you like that?
Do you have any dogs or animals? You have a dog. You have a Doberman, don't you?
Yeah, I got 2 Dobermans.
Okay.
Yeah.
They got cats at the warehouse too, right?
Alex's dog comes to the warehouse.
Yeah. Lab, right?
Total assholes, so they have to stay home.
Now, is it true that Dobermans have a thing where their brains grow too big for their skulls?
I've never heard that.
Yes. They say that about pit bulls too.
Do they? All right, I was told that as a kid.
Yeah, they say that about pit bulls. Look, you get out of a dog what you put in it.
Yeah.
You want a dog to be a nasty dog that's going to eat people?
Pit bulls get nothing about their behavior. I'm just saying that's what I heard. Yeah. That's the reason why they die.
Nah. Shit.
Listen, Mark,
8 years ago, Peter, Peter.
Yeah.
Trained my oldest dog. He came over and did all police training and stuff. And he's mildly well behaved, but the little one is just so bad. You can't get him under control.
Fucking Tucker is out of control, man. That is the most out of control dog ever. Look at that dog. Look at him. He is out of control. Yeah. That's the dog. That's the dog I drove to North Carolina and back to give Mark in one day. One day. Whatever, dude. You should be forever. You should be forever.
Dog on the bed, Mark. Oh, come on.
You should be forever grateful, man.
I am. I've already said that 155.
I want to hear about
times.
it. This is the worst fucking podcast we ever did because you keep talking.
Oh, here we go. Yeah, no, it's too early for that. Don't do that yet.
Good thing the dog started drinking water from the toilet because I was getting angry about that cop killer, Diego. Totally lighten the mood. Thanks a lot, Brady. Come in there at the last minute and fucking swung for the fences there and drank from the toilet and like broke all that tension we had going on there for a second.
It's good. I liked it.
I like it too, man. I dig it too. So is there anything new and exciting that's that Zero's coming out with? I mean, oh yeah, there is one thing I know for sure. There's two things actually that are kind of new right now. The Stevenator pole is coming out. The 40-foot Stevenator pole designed by Steve-O, the window cleaner, and the Luke the window cleaner channel. Both of those things just came out. I've been using the Luke the window cleaner channel for like the last week, and it's pretty fucking dope. I like it. It's like a ninja. It's like a ninja channel and a super channel. Another super channel had sex, and then like it had a baby, and it's the Luke the window cleaner channel. It's fucking nice channel, man. My favorite thing about it.
I'm sorry.
Is
dogs are fucking dicks.
the bottom of it. The bottom of the channel is like it's excavated away. There's those lips that everyone like on a Sorbo channel or the super channel that if you go too shallow when you're pulling, it'll kind of the channel will drag on the glass. That doesn't do this.
What's it like? Thin on the bottom.
Yeah.
So like when you go to close.
Yeah. Right. It's fucking dope.
Like
man.
this angle instead of like out here.
Yeah.
It's not scraped.
Yeah, it's fucking dope, man. You got to try one out,
all
Mark.
these brilliant minds, and nobody's put deep holes in the bottom of their channels already yet. You know what I'm saying?
I'm in negotiations right now with Zero.
Channel, the Markinator channel. And let me ask another question.
Markinator.
The Markinator. After 35 fucking years, I don't have my name on anything. But let me ask you something.
What?
At what point, right, is this whole... And I know you guys are making great products, but okay,
right.
Chris, don't go anywhere.
He's
listening.
I just don't want to miss it.
Is this whole poll thing, is this whole entire 4,700 options for polls gonna either implode or, I mean, look, I appreciate the amount of choice we now have, but there's so much stuff out there, so much polls. Is there a market for enough of all these polls just because it says Steve-O's name? And I'm not saying it's not a great poll.
Well,
I'm not saying...
I'll say this.
Let me tell you about our new poll model.
I know that.
No. Wait.
You haven't even heard of this one yet.
840 stories or something?
No. It's 24 feet. It's a mini pole. It's price point carbon fiber, and it's called the El Cheapo. So it's giving somebody the cheapest possible pole, full carbon fiber money can buy, but the label says El Cheapo. So that way, if and when they complain about it, we can say, you bought a pole that said El Cheapo on it. You bought the cheapest pole.
Right.
Yeah, there you go.
Right.
Can I get a pole made that's airbrushed to look like a wooden broom handle? That's what I want. So no one steals it.
Write that down, Chris. Make sure you write that down. This is what I'm going to say. Steve and Luke both. Luke has like over 10,000 subscribers, and Steve-O's got over 8,000 subscribers. If even a small percentage of those decide a small percentage of those people are going to buy that pole because they like Steve-O. The same way that people are going to see the Luke the window cleaner channel and be like, oh, I'm going to give that a try because I like Luke. I mean, it's a no fucking brainer, man.
Now, is that a wide body channel?
Huh?
The Luke channel, is that a wide body channel?
Yes, it's like a Sorbo channel. Yeah, I'm telling you, I think you'll like it. But
does it have ends? What kind of ends?
No, it doesn't have ends. No, it doesn't have ends in it. Oh, that's Mark. Yeah. Oh, Mark's. You got to have the plastic ends, or Mark's off. He's off. Even though they make them slower, but.
No, dude. You know what I did? I had to give one of my guys, that's a brass guy, a new 22 and an 18 channel. That's a whole nother story because this guy's been washing windows for 20 years. And he's like, hey, Mark, hey, boss, I need a new channel. Okay, what size? I don't know, the big one. And I wanted to choke him. I'm like, 25 years, and you're going to tell me the big one?
I need a big one.
You know what I'm saying? 18, 22, yeah. Okay, so anyway, I bust out a...
June 1st is my birthday. I'm not fucking 41 yet. I got a few more days.
Yeah. Happy birthday, T. So
Thanks, buddy.
anyway, I bust out.
My birthday's
I grabbed just
not here yet.
an old brass handle, no rubber grip, and an 18 channel, and put it on. Been playing around with it all week long, and I love it. Just old school for a while. Closing out is a little bit harder.
Right.
Transoms, but I mean, I'm like, man, I just like to change it up every now and again.
Yeah.
The Ettore brass is still the #1 bestseller.
Is it?
Yeah.
Is that because it's so cheap?
Because it mainly gets sold in the Jansan where
See, you gotta understand, Chris. There's guys that are old school that are still around. Like, dude, when I started growing my company and Sorbo came out with the pivot handles and the super system handles. So I go to my dad, hey, I got you something, and I give him. It was a Ettore super system when it first came out with the brass handle, the plastic, the pivot, everything. The next time I see him, dude, he ran a drywall screw through it. He goes, I was tired of this thing moving all the time. But you could drywall screw. I'm like, that thing's gonna rust in about 20 minutes. But
fuck me.
He was so old school, he didn't want none of that. You know?
If you do residential though, like brass is kind of the way to go. I mean, in my opinion, you're not
all my cut-ups, anything under 10 inches is brass. I don't like Sorbos for 6-inch cut-ups. They're just too bulky.
Right.
Feels weird.
I was trained on brass, so I used that for years.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too. Well, I have a gripe, man. I'm an Unger guy, like, through and through, but I've got a gripe with them motherfuckers. They done changed the plastic, man. They did something. Something's not right. Because now, the last two Unger 0 degree handles that I bought, the fucking lock is snapped on the bottom, so when you go to close out or do something overhead, it spins in the fuck on the cone. Oh, I can't have it. It just, I actually threw one in the lake today. I literally threw it in the lake. I fucking it was hot. I was on the back side of the house. It was hot. I mean, when I say it was hot, it was really hot, and I was really sweaty. And I just wanted to drink, and I just wanted to do these last 3 windows and go to my truck. But no, it just wanted to keep spinning. So I grabbed it, and luckily I bought a brand new one from WCR not too long ago. But I fucking channel it all. Listen, I had one house on the rubber. I mean, I just changed the rubber the whole night. I hunked the whole fucking thing in the lake. She come outside with the homeowner came outside with a bottle of water and a cold wet towel. She's like, you look like you need this. Did you see? I was like, you didn't just see what I did. She's like, oh yeah, I saw that. She's like, are you frustrated? I was like, yeah, a little bit. She goes, you looked a little frustrated. I figured you could, need a little break. So she's a nice lady. She brought me a nice big bottle of cold water and a cool towel to, wipe my head off with, nice lady.
Please don't litter in our lake.
Yeah, I was like, I'm so sorry. I just lost it, man. I just had enough. That's 2 of them now.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks when that happens. My buddy, we were working last summer, and he took snips and just, nicked all my rubbers that I had, just being an asshole. What the fuck, man? I'm changing it out, and he's laughing, and I kind of figure out through the second window what's going on. We're outside. I'm like, oh, Craig, let me see your squeegee real quick. He's like, he gives it to me, and I threw that thing probably 30 yards into the woods. I'm like, go fuck. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, there's nothing worse than when it's hot and sticky and sweaty outside and shit ain't going the way you want it to. Like any other day of the week, it goes completely normal. There's no problems at all. It's only when you're hot as shit and sweaty and the sweat's rolling into your eyes, something fucked up happens over and over and over again, and then you lose your mind.
The smallest thing when you're hot, though, it sets you off. You're just like, I can't fucking deal with this.
Right.
I used to work for this guy. I used to work with this guy, John, who inevitably came to work for me, and we worked for the same guy. And we used to go in the dollar store and buy a bag of those water guns, party favors for kids, and you just keep the little white cap in the back open and just drop it in the bucket. And then every now and again, I'd walk up and spray them right between the legs and go, pee pants. Right? So, dude, one day, the funniest thing, he had a Nissan pickup truck, right? And we just finished breakfast. We're leaning into the back of the truck, and we worked in that center, and the boss comes pulling up, and John goes, watch this. And he reaches into the bucket, he takes his water gun out and sprays he holds it up at Rick's face, right? And they're across the bed from each other, right? And he goes, I'm like, no way. And he goes right in the face, right? Sprays him in the face. We had a pretty good relationship with the boss, right? So Rick goes, you do that again, you're fired. And he starts laughing. So he squirts him again, of course, right? And he runs because Rick was 400 pounds. And I never admitted to him, but dude, when I'd mess around with him and he'd grab a hold of you, the motherfucker was strong. You couldn't get away and he would hurt you. So Rick goes into the bed of John's truck, and John always had like 3 buckets, and one was full of cut-ups. So Rick starts taking all the cut-ups and tools out, so he's going to throw this bucket of water at John, right? So he sets it up on the edge between the tailgate and the side of the bed, and he's taking the stuff out, and John runs around the other side and just goes like this to the bucket, and it falls straight to the ground. Boom, and all the soap and water just covered it.
Dude.
So,
I used to do.
we used to.
What we used to do was like when you're going up the ladder, is pull out your washer out of your hip bucket and down them right in the ass, right in the ass, right in the booty hole. I used to get Jeremy, my buddy Jeremy. Every time he would go up the ladder, we worked together for a few summers. I fucking dot him in the ass he gets so fucking mad at me, dude. Oh, he gets so mad. That's my favorite thing to do.
You guys ever used to use the square buckets doing residential? So I only use square buckets.
Yeah, I use squares.
We used to, like the guy who went up to 24 first, we'd take the square bucket and put it right underneath the ladder. So like when you step down, you step right in the bucket. Yeah. That was my favorite. Like 8:05 in the morning, coming down from your first window, like my socks are wet for the entire day. Like
that's an ass beating. That's an ass beating.
Oh yeah, you run after you do that.
Oh yeah.
Someone's beating. Yeah.
Backflip Boys would like to know, will we see the older WCR channels make a comeback, Chris?
Kind of depends on how my relationship with Sorbo goes.
Oh, okay.
How is your relationship with Sorbo?
Non-existent. He hates me and pretends like I don't exist. We buy all his products on the gray market and sell them for no profit just so we have it, so we can be kind of like all-inclusive. We put those channels on a hiatus like 5 years ago just to stop being dicks for a while and like just see if we could work something out with them. There's been no action yet, but I'm still hopeful.
All right. Are you guys Black Diamond rubber fans? Love the price savings. Joseph Skinta, is that a real question? Of course. I mean, I've got a Black Diamond rubber symbol over my back shoulder. They're really huge. The black diamond squeegee rubber in the intro to the podcast. I mean, I've been pretty much shouting that from the rooftops for like 2 or 3 years now. But yes, it's very awesome rubber. I actually can't clean with anything else right now.
Black Diamond than all the brands combined.
Yeah, Black Diamond. I mean, you can't go wrong with it. It's fucking gangster.
Yeah, for the price point and stuff too. Like, I mean,
you know what?
Everything is still like, I like it.
I'm gonna tell you what I found with it. I'm going to tell you what I found with it because one of my guys pointed this out, and I was struggling with a couple pieces of it, and he said flat out, 18 and under, it's a great rubber. But for some reason, when you take it to 22, it tends to leave more, like it tends to leave water spots behind it. Sometimes it'll vibrate or whatever, it'll chatter, and it never happens when I cut them to 18, only when they're in my 22.
What you got to do is you got to go and when you put the rubber in the channel, you got to get your man hands out and fucking be a man about shit, because I've never had any problems using a 22.
What does that have? What do you mean? What do you mean, man?
You're too fucking short.
Oh, okay, that's what it is.
The only thing with the soft ones is I tend to wear out the tips faster than anything else. But
yeah, that's the one thing I would say. If you have the lifespan as an Edoray.
Yeah,
but you know, it's cheap.
Yeah, I mean, it's the only thing I buy.
How about the red? Any of you guys try that? I actually have a full assortment of round top rubbers, all the reds, I have everything. I'm going to do like a comparison here soon. I'm just waiting for my restaurants to open back up so I can actually put them to a proper test, because I feel like it needs to be consistent. You know what I mean? I need to be using it on the same restaurant. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got to set up 2 squeegees the same way and use them at the same time.
Right. So that's why I want to do the comparison that way, and I want to make sure that it's a controlled. I want to be completely laboratory tested in my laboratory. Yeah, I got a laboratory.
Laboratory.
It's called Sim Labs.
Yeah, I'm gonna put this rubber in here. We're gonna make it very, very big.
Did you see?
I like how you make him sound like Yogi.
Yeah, I do too.
Sounds like Yogi Bear.
No, he doesn't sound like Yogi. He sounds like Boo Boo.
Oh yeah, Boo. Yep.
Boo Boo. Hey, Boo Boo.
I love Phil.
I love Phil too. Thad Eckhoff. Did you break something else on your body again? Did he break his ankle?
Oh my God! Did you see the picture?
Yes.
There's a piece of bone floating
That's
around.
him?
It looks so awful.
Is that his?
Yeah.
Oh, what does this man do in his spare time? Last time we talked to him, his arm was fucked up. Now his fucking ankle's broke. What is this dude doing?
Yeah, what are you, a fucking stunt man?
Yeah.
A fall guy over here?
We need to make a
After
fucking
knowing
stuntman
that for
shirt.
10 years,
Yeah.
like if I had to pick one phrase that he says most often, it would be like, and then I cut myself to the bone. Like he says he cuts himself to the bone
Yeah.
so much. Like constant injuries.
You fucking need to put Thad in a bubble.
Yeah.
Thad, I hope you get better
a
soon,
real
bro.
like man's life down there, man. He's like out in the woods hunting and killing stuff and eating it and
Shattered
catching
it.
turkeys.
Dude, you did. That's probably one of the worst breaks I've ever seen on an ankle. That is fucking terrible, dude. When I saw it, I was like, oh.
How did he do it?
Yeah, how did you do it, Thad? We should have Thad on the podcast. I'm an adrenaline junkie. He's an adrenaline junkie. That is such a lie. That is such a lie. You are I say things to Thad and Voxer and shit to try to get his blood pressure going, and it doesn't seem to work at all. He's like the most
I don't think
fucking like he don't let shit bother him. You know what I mean? I'm anxious to know. Sorbo, Reach It, Simpole sounds like the Lamborghini Bros are the problem. Sorbo, Reach It.
Not true, Fernando.
Not true.
We're quite pleasant to do business with.
Not true.
First of all,
what?
Reach It doesn't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
Okay?
Simpole. Phil did that to himself.
Phil's the issue there. Yeah.
And
So what happened with Sorbo? Just like he doesn't like working with you, or I mean,
what are we talking about right now? Why are we talking about this? Why are you asking these?
Well, I can answer the question.
Okay, all right.
He can tell me to fuck off real quick if he wants to. Yeah, that's fine too.
Back in the day when we got started, we came onto the scene kind of hot, and there was this one really popular distributor at the time, and they were not pleased that we came onto the scene and started like trying to sell stuff and do stuff, and they went to a lot of the manufacturers and said, we will not continue to sell your stuff if you sell to these guys because they're like encroaching on our territory. And that pretty much failed with all the distributors except for Sorbo. He just like caved into them. And then I will say we gave him the business for a couple of years and we're maybe
a little off.
Not as cordial as we should have been.
Yeah.
We're like a little pushy maybe. And he just like never caved in, which I can appreciate.
Right.
He's a man of values.
Right.
Nice guy. I've met him like 3 or 4 times, chatted with him, but yeah.
Well, it is what it is. Listen. As far as Simpole goes, man, Fernando, that couldn't be further from the truth. I mean, you can go to WCR's website right now and buy a Simpole. So, that's totally not true. I know for a fact I've had many conversations with Alex about Simpole, and Alex and Chris love Philip. Philip is just out of his mind, man.
Yeah, I feel like Philip's the uncle you can't control.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, you want him to hang out, but like every time he does, he's just like goes off the rails.
Yeah,
you know what I
dude.
mean? Like, and that's how I feel about like he's got to be a hard guy to work with.
He does
sweetheart.
really good for like 2 or 3 months at a time, and then he's just completely off the fucking rails, man. Like off the rails. I know personally because I spent the majority of last year doing everything I could to help fill out videos, fucking social media, anything I could do, and I'm telling you, he's like a bag of fucking cats. Seriously, he's like he's
difficult.
Yeah, he's a bag of cats, man. He's got the fucking poles are absolutely amazing. He does above and beyond. He goes maybe a little too far with it, but they're absolutely awesome. He's just a bag of cats, man. He's just a burlap sack of kitties.
The way I
man.
look at it, after all this time, Simpole should be a household name in the window cleaning universe. And any guy around here that I show that poll to that he sent me have never heard of Simpole.
Right.
Never heard.
Right.
And, maybe they're not on Facebook, but a window cleaner should know his tools. It's just not.
Yeah. Well, there's a reason why I have 5 Philip Alexander friend requests.
Right.
Because I feel like every other day he forgets what he's.
Yeah.
Mike said it was insane just to try to pay Phil for a poll. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. Like I said,
And I would say right now we probably have more Simpoles in stock than Phil. It's like we have them.
Right. Yeah. You can go to. That's why I keep trying. And Phil's like, they don't sell my polls. And I want that. I'm like, Phil, you can go to the website and buy a fucking Simpole right now, bro. What the fuck, bro?
I keep looking at them and I'm like, I want to buy one, but I'm like,
Well, if you're gonna buy one from Chris.
I know who I'm gonna buy it from.
If you need a fucking 22-foot trad pole, that motherfucker's gangster for that kind of shit, man. And you can. It's
super nice.
They're super nice, man. They're super nice, but they're super expensive. There's a lot of money put into those fucking things, man. I don't even know how the dude makes money from it. I'm gonna be honest with you.
Yeah, he's essentially maxed out the things you can do with carbon fiber because, like, the couple of main things he does is he uses ultra high modulus carbon fiber. Mm. He has an abnormally thick wall thickness on the pole, which adds stiffness. Combining that with using the ultra high modulus, it kind of makes it a little bit towards the light side. Mm-hmm. It's got a nice compact length, and he has the carbon fiber on the outside sanded, smooth, so it feels good.
And that clear coat. Yeah. Oof. My God, that's
amazing. Man, I'm telling you, that carbon fiber dust, there is Chinamen dying everywhere right now because of that shit.
Of course you can't.
Too much fiber.
Listen, I didn't say fucking Orientals.
Yes, Oriental. Didn't you say Oriental?
No, dude, listen. They're made in China. Saying Chinaman is applicable here. It works here. Right or no?
No.
All right, China.
At some point in time.
Fuck off. God damn it.
Are they building a railroad?
I'm hanging. Oh, wow. I've been hanging out with Mark too long. Fuck you.
In like 1840 in San Francisco, trying to make that transcontinental railway.
Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah,
China. People give China a lot of shit, but man, they supply America way more than people realize, man.
Oh, yeah.
Way more.
Not anymore.
Right.
People realize it now. People realize it now. I think maybe more than they should. I think you're right, Seth. I think maybe a little bit more than we should be relying on them, but, whatever.
I mean, I'm all for it. Like, they're trying to bring themselves into the 21st century as well, too, and that's usually how it works. But I think America and a few other countries could learn a lesson that maybe some things should be made here. Maybe there should be some manufacturing here, but
all our medicines.
Yeah, right.
That's coming back. The medicines are coming back. That ain't gonna fly through the next 5 years.
Listen, James Riley, I'm not starting a competition. I'm just I like my Zero Trad 22. It was awesome. I've got fucking all them. I got all the Zero poles. How about that, motherfucker?
I feel like TJ has like 25 poles.
I have all the Zero poles, son of a bitch. Yeah. I'm not I'm just trying to explain things to Fernando. I'm not trying to it's not a competition.
Oh.
I mean, because technically my Zero Micro Gold is way lighter than my Sim 22. If you want to fucking like apples to apples here.
Well, for
But it's not as stiff because
it's not as stiff though. It's not as stiff.
1.3.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people like. You got to find a pole that works for you, man. If you want it light and don't really care about a little bit of bounce, you go that way. If you want it light and a lot stiffer, maybe a little bit heavier, then you go that route. It's just all about personal preference.
Look at that Trad 22 compared to an aluminum Garlac pole of the same length. Yeah. I used that pole today on that Ferrari dealership, and you don't need all that rigidity on a Trad pole. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You don't need that extra.
The Tim's got the. I actually gave Tim my Zero Trad 20. Because it was the first time we met, and I felt like I needed to give him something. You know what I mean? I was like, I wanted to give him a gift. I gave him my Zero Trad 20, and I gave him my Sim Tadpole, like my Tradpole. I gave him both of them, and he loves that fucking Zero pole. That's all I ever hear about. Oh, that's fucking. Thank you so much for this. He really likes it. You know what? Go ahead.
How far are you guys apart?
About 4.5 hours.
So. Put it this way, I met TJ before Tim did, and we're like, what, 25 hours away?
Oh, you met Tim down in Florida or something, right?
Yeah, I met Tim, but I met TJ before TJ met Tim, and they're only 4 hours apart.
Yeah.
Fucking Tim and Josh, neither one of them showed up to my birthday party, but Richie and fucking Mark did.
How about that Richie Blue?
That fucking guy.
I've been talking to Richie a lot lately. He seems real cooped up with the whole thing there in California.
Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you this right now. He messaged me. He called me the other day. He's like, "What's up, man?" I was like, "What's up?" He's like, "What are you doing?" I was like, "I'm still working." He's like, "Oh, then I won't keep you." I was like, "No, I've got a few minutes. I'll sit down for a minute, whatever." And he goes into this thing about UFOs. Like he starts talking about how he's like, I believe in aliens, but I don't believe that aliens have ever come here. Why the fuck would they crash their ships here and then not come or recover them? It just doesn't make sense. And the reason why this is relevant is because he has been going on about this for like 2 months now. You know what I mean? He just like still researching it. He goes, I was thinking today about aliens. I'm like, are you fucking still on that shit, dude? Like, what the fuck, bro?
Yeah, but he doesn't. He's talking about Star Trek, probably.
Yeah, exactly. Is he mentioning warp drive?
No warp drives were mentioned in this conversation at all. No warp drives whatsoever.
If one of our fighter jets crashed over, the Czech Republic, would we go and recover that? I don't know.
We've lost shit up on the moon. We've crashed shit into Mars. We ain't going up to get it.
Yeah, we're not going to get that shit.
That's never. I don't think we can.
Yeah. Well, they all.
You see that SpaceX got canceled?
Yeah.
Today?
Did it?
Yeah.
It's a bummer. I like that guy.
Yeah.
Well, you know what's cool about?
You talking about Elon Musk?
No.
Dude, that guy might run in the next 8 years. I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
What, for president?
In 8 years, Elon? Yeah, I could see him doing
you
it.
would fucking vote for him, you fucking liberal.
He wasn't, you can't, can you run if you're not born in America?
No, you cannot.
Oh, he's not born
Oh, well, Obama was born in Kenya, right?
Yeah, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Oh, my God. Where's Larry Lasco at? He's going to come out here and kill everybody.
Did you fact check that?
Is
that fact checked?
Yeah, is that fact checked?
I love Larry. I just can't argue with him. It's
I can't do it.
Oh, he's so liberal. Him and those guys. Oh,
I mean, he's got valid points at times, but sometimes he just goes too far.
Dude,
sometimes
he is famous for taking your words and then printing them back in the next post.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like he cuts and pastes. That's what his favorite thing is, fucking cut and paste. But you know what I was saying on a clear day from where I am, and I'm 200 miles south of Daytona, 400 miles south of Cape Canaveral.
Mm-hmm.
We can see the rocket launches from my house. It's a clear day.
What do you see? What do you see, like a line?
No, you'll see the flame. Like, dude, when the shuttle went up, one of the last ones, they shot it off at 8 o'clock at night. At 8 o'clock at night where it was dark out. Dude, it was brilliant. You could hear the explosions because it cracks and pops when it's taken off. Mm-hmm. And I have to say, the shuttle was one of the most beautiful liftoffs to see. Even from here, you could see, basically, you could see the vehicle barely, but you saw this flame that was 200 feet long. For about 3 to 4 minutes, you could see it till it broke orbit. I mean, it's fascinating to watch.
So the shuttle was that one though, where it had the wings and it could kind of float back in.
Yeah, it
went up on a booster or something. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it went up on external tank and then 2 side solid fuel rockets. If you guys ever get a chance to go to Cape Canaveral, if you're in Florida, stop in Cape. Never mind Disney and all that shit. Go to Cape Canaveral, and you sit through this half-hour program about. It's like an amphitheater, and it's a half-hour program about the shuttle program. Okay, and then all the lights come on, and you start walking out, and the curtain drops, and the Columbia shuttle is literally right there. I mean, you could reach up, and you're about a foot away from touching it. You can't touch it, but it's still got the burn marks underneath it.
Do they have the Challenger there?
No, that's in pieces.
Oh.
but the Columbia is hanging up in there. It's just amazing to see. You're a racist. It's just
You fucking piece of shit. Whatever,
but,
bro.
I mean, it's especially if you got kids to go for the day. It's amazing to see, what we accomplished back in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, it's cool stuff. Man, I saw that I remember the Challenger so vividly. I was sitting in 4th grade, and we were watching it together as a class, and it happened, and everyone was like, "Oh!" The teacher was just like, "Yeah, we're gonna turn this off."
Chris, how old are you?
I'm 41, 42.
Holy
42.
fuck! Yeah, I was in 4th grade too, bro.
Yeah, 4th grade.
Yeah, that was fucking
weird.
crazy, man.
So
That was actually a big thing that day.
Yeah, it was huge. It was huge, and the whole school was watching.
I mean, we were like, hey, we're gonna watch the Challenger go up. You know what I mean? We didn't know we were gonna watch the Challenger explode. You know what I mean? It was fucking crazy, man.
What was that? 1989?
87.
87.
Yeah.
You weren't even
86 or
born
87.
yet. You weren't even born yet.
I was 3. I was alive. I was there.
I was 3.
It was like one of those handful of things you remember, like, I remember where I was in 9/11. I remember that.
Well, 9/11 was an inside job, so.
I was watching that in 2nd period in my senior year.
Look into it.
I remember that.
It's crazy.
Yeah, man. That one guy's YouTube channel we've been talking about back and forth a little bit, TJ, that guy from New Jersey, you see his 9/11 videos?
Yeah.
Fantastic. He builds skyscrapers. That's his job in the city. So he knows every little detail. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah, he's
so good.
That's a interesting channel to watch.
Straight up conspiracy porn.
Yeah, straight up.
Did you see the flat Earth guy with the flashlight? Did anyone see that?
No.
So he set up all these wooden structures with a hole in it, and he's like, on a flat Earth, if I shine this through, you'll see it through the other end. And he set it up over 100 yards, and he did it, and it was angled down because there's a fucking curve to the Earth, and he was just he was like, "Oh fuck, this didn't work." I'm like, you tried that out off camera before you did it. Dude.
Listen, man, you cannot live a fucking life as a human being and think that the world is flat, dude. You know what I mean? When the flat earthers, their little group that they have, says we have members all across the globe, that's where you're fucking up already right there, man.
Oh!
You're fucking up right there, dude. You're fucking up right there.
I didn't think that you just said that, yeah.
You motherfuckers, you. You know what I mean? Come on, bro.
That has to be one of the dumbest things that they're doing.
The
honestly.
flat earth.
Yeah.
You know what? I was listening to Rogan's podcast. He was talking about going on Spotify. Well, actually, I would like to announce that right now. We've been picked up by Spotify. They're giving us. They've bought the Squeegee Live podcast. It's solely going to be on Spotify. We've gotten 50 cents for that. So it's we're really
we will
excited.
no longer be cleaning windows.
No
Thank
longer
you,
be
Spotify.
cleaning windows. Thank you, Spotify. But I was Joe Rogan was talking about how YouTube's censoring shit right now. It's pulling doctors shit off of YouTube. These are doctors, you know what I mean? And they're pulling these opinions, they're informed opinions on the COVID and all that stuff off the internet, but you allow shit the flat earth to be openly discussed. You could put up just about anything on YouTube except for certain things. I feel like that. Isn't it weird how social, YouTube of all places, has become this fucking censorship machine? It's just weird to me, because of where YouTube started at. Because, I mean, if you were on board on YouTube in the
put a
beginning, you could... I mean, that was the wild fucking West, dude. YouTube back in the day, you know what I mean? And now
up until like 2013, that's when it started getting weird.
Yeah, it's definitely gotten weird.
It's an interesting conversation is if YouTube is public property to the United States or if it's not. You know what I mean? Like, is it a free speech area or is it controlled by a private company?
That's the same way with Twitter. That's the same way with Twitter.
Any social media, and especially if they're state bound, are they tied to the country's rules?
Unfortunately, this is the conundrum. There is that Twitter and YouTube are not they're not solely used only in America. So our Constitution doesn't govern everywhere across the globe. So as far as like freedom of speech, that's only going to get you so far. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
They're pretty much...
Those platforms have a clear agenda now.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
And they try to play both sides of the fence. They're like, oh, we're a publisher. We're a platform. Oh, we want to be treated like a utility. Like they'll say different things depending on what they're trying to accomplish. And there's obviously a clear political agenda. I'm surprised
when you see they edit or censor or mess with President Trump, yet for 3 years they've been pushing the narrative that it wasn't illegal to spy on him, and now all this shit is coming out, and they're still not bailing back and saying, you know what, we were wrong about this. You know what I'm saying? They're still standing on that.
Right. There's definitely a conspiracy on YouTube because why in the fuck Luke can gain over 1,000 subscribers and not post a video for a fucking year, and I can't get to crack 1,000 in 2 years is a fucking conspiracy. That motherfucker's got fucking, he's buying subscriptions or some shit.
Deep content library.
Fuck
Lots of back stuff to watch.
I fucking hate Chris right now.
Same, man.
This is officially the worst fucking podcast we ever did.
There it is. That's
Fuck.
Come on, we got a whopping 21 people in here. One thumbs down.
Yeah, well, we got 21 people watching, 14 thumbs up, 1 thumb. As soon as they saw your face, that thumbs down came in. It's either Lee Burbridge or Perry Tate. It's one of the two.
It's the UK chicken.
Yeah, it's the UK contingent. It's all horse mouth. Lee Burbridge.
It's this guy. I know who it is. This guy Alan Carr. Is he on your radar?
Alan Carr. That sounds super familiar.
I've heard the name. I don't know who it is though.
He's this crazy Canadian. Sometimes he'll send me like 25 emails in one day, just like, "Fuck you! I hate you! Let me get some free Zero Hose! Fuck you!" Just like nutbag stuff, like way over the top. And I will probably have an email by the time this is over from him because I know he watches this shit all the time.
Well, I tell you,
they decided to deal with us on a regular basis.
Right?
They're like, you know what? Window cleaners seem stable and normal. And spend money really. Let's sell to them. Because
man.
You go on, like I remember talking to both of you about a certain individual who just couldn't let something go on Facebook and just being like, this guy's out of his fucking mind. Like, out of his goddamn mind. I think he might have been from Michigan talking about pandemic shit. Can't remember what his name was, but...
Are you talking
I
to me?
don't fuck with anybody from Michigan. Don't say the name.
No, I don't know the name, but...
Don't say the name.
I have no idea.
You know that guy in Michigan.
You know that dude in Michigan.
Motorcycle now.
He's got a motorcycle now. Cleans it with his water-fed pole.
Yeah, that guy. Be that guy.
Very nice guy.
He's a very nice guy.
He's got a good energy.
Yeah, he's a great energy. Is he the dude that has a channel, did some stuff for Mormon? Carl? No. Alan Carl? He is? Okay. God, is he the... Dude, how... I mean, honestly, guys, I'm not, not to be... God damn it. I said don't say the name, and you're not allowed to type it either. But, I don't understand, like, at first we were kind of hard on Chris and Alex. But after getting known to Chris, Alex, I mean, you guys really have no idea how cool these guys are. Really cool dudes. They're really cool dudes. And I'm actually surprised how cool they are. Before you should listen, Carl. You Alan Carl, whatever your name is, you got to relax, bro. You gotta relax. Chris is a nice guy. Kill people with kindness. Oh, and another thing, guys, stop being mean to fucking Jersey when you're ordering shit. Yo, I ordered something from him the other day. So I get online and I'm getting ready to order shit, and I had a conversation with Chris because I asked him, hey, do you guys have this? He's like, yeah, we got this. So I was like, I'm going to order a couple things. So I'll just pick it up. And I get online, how the chat pops up, you know what I mean? And the chat pops up. And they're like, how may I help you? And I'm like, where's Jersey? I don't want to kill that motherfucker. And then Jersey pops up. He's like, he just left. He's not here. I was like, Jersey, I want to fuck you up, man. And he's like, I don't know why. Is there something I could do for you? I'm like, yeah, I need this, and this. And then I was like, if I order this stuff through here, will you get credit for it? He's like, well, I can do it that way. And I was like, all right, cool. So we're sitting there talking. He's like, wait, who is this? I was like, TJ. He's like, you asshole. I love fucking with him. I do it to Alex all the time, too. I apply for the job. Did you guys get my application for the job there?
Yes, it's under review.
Oh, it's under review? I applied for a job, too. I do it to Josh. Every time Josh the window cleaner, Joshua Schoaf, every time he puts up his application form, I fill it out every fucking time. So much so that his wife will send me an email like, it's not ever going to fucking happen. You know what I mean? Oh, I like being an asshole. It's fun.
Dude, the guys like Josh, Gordy, and like Alex and the other John from our office that operate the live chat take like such a non-stop barrage of shit all day. Like we have this little channel like on Slack called hashtag chat life, where we just share some of the funny ones in there. We could do a whole episode just reading these. Like gold.
That's what got
people are so mean on chat.
That's what got me to fuck with Jersey, is because I don't know how we even got on the conversation about the people being mean on chat, but it was something that was going on Facebook or something, and I had mentioned it, and he brought that up. I was like, I've got to fuck with Jersey. I have to. You know what I mean? Now that I know that he's being abused, and how can you be mean to Jersey?
Especially if you're buying something, you got to give him some shit.
Right? Yeah, but still, how can you be mean to that guy? That dude, you can't. Dude, he's a sweetheart.
Demographic to sell to. I'm just saying this. It's either cluelessness or like anger. That's usually what window cleaners bring to the table.
Oh,
Josh is just the nicest person in the world.
Man.
He just has like a heart of gold. Like,
yeah, he's a sweet.
I've known him for 10 years. I've never heard him even say something mean about somebody. Right. He's just like nice. He's just really nice.
I've heard him say something mean about somebody. I'm not gonna reveal who it is, but I have him, and I actually have the conversation still too, because it was so surprising to me. I was like, I'm never deleting this. But there is one person I have heard him say something nasty about, and I was like, I asked him, I even told him, I was like, you've been hanging out with us too much, dude. He's like, what do you mean? I was like, I can't believe you just said that. He's like, I know. He goes, but man, I do not like. He's like, I really dislike that guy. When I got to talk to everyone in the industry, I regret talking shit before all of you and around the groups are awesome. Aw, Mario, come on, man. Don't turn into a pussy before you come on the podcast, dude. You know what I mean? Don't fuck up your image, man. You hate everybody. That's what we're gonna keep in line with that. We don't want you to change. Don't go changing on us. Don't change, Pony Boy. I just talked to Jersey and Alex in Spanish in the chat room, but they got better with Google Translate. Diego says, I talked to Jersey and Alex in Spanish in the chat room, but they got better with Google Translate. Diego is a national fucking treasure, dude. I fucking love that guy, dude. He's like one of my most favorite people to get a random boxer from. It's just the best thing fucking. What's up, fool?
I met him for 45 seconds. I was like, I like this guy.
Yeah, dude, he is fucking great.
Under a minute, I said hey to him, and he talked to me for like half a minute. I was like, I like this guy. He's cool.
We have
I had so many good times with him. He's just like a big fun teddy bear.
Yeah, we have the fucking best conversations, man. The best conversations, and they're hardly ever. They're never about window cleaning. You know, it's just like random shit. Like he was going to buy a truck. He's like, if I'm going to go buy a truck, what kind of truck should I get? And I was like, Ford. And guess what he bought?
Toyota.
Ford. He bought a Ford, dude.
Did he?
Bought a 150. Yeah. He's not a pussy like Seth.
Dude, talk shit. I got almost 200,000 miles on that truck, dog.
What is it?
It's a 1500 Silverado.
Oh, God.
Almost 200,000 miles.
You know what 1500 stands for, right? That's how many dildos fit in the back.
Yeah, I mean, I keep hearing this, but I don't have a pull.
You're about picking up dudes and stuff, you know. I mean, rest stops. Go to rest stops in that truck.
Yeah,
you're gonna
I
go
consider
home.
it. Yeah. I know all the dudes in that truck, and I just keep going. Just keep driving past. Just like going.
Fuck me.
I'm gonna say maybe I got lucky, but yeah, I got like 196,000 miles on it. Still going.
So are you ever going to get any more silencers in stock, Chris? Is that ever going to happen? So I can buy like another
2 weeks.
Two weeks?
2 weeks
Shit.
off 20.
Hell yeah, man. Hell yeah.
Those things are like really
difficult.
There's so much more that goes into those
Yeah.
than people realize.
Right. Yeah. They're awesome,
like
man. I fucking love mine. I love mine.
Yeah, if you remember, Chris, send me a message when you get them because I know they go quick. I'd like to have a backup. I mean, I'm still using one from a couple years ago.
He's gonna write that on his
Oh,
whiteboard.
seriously, no, I'm serious.
Markinator,
100%. I will cash you out immediately along with some other
the
things.
whole board over here on the whiteboard.
Yeah,
Whiteboard.
don't forget my airbrush wooden looking bowl.
Hey, whatever you do, make sure that you charge Mark for it and then wait 30
We got
days.
a lot of space.
Yeah,
Make sure you charge Mark for it and then wait 30 to 60 days before sending it to him.
before sending it.
That is his favorite. That's his favorite.
Who would ever do such a horrible thing like
I
that?
have
Come
no
on.
idea who would do something
Who
as
would
fucked
never?
up as
No,
that.
never. I've never heard of such things.
So, is there anything else besides the two things that I mentioned that people should be looking out for coming from Zero, or is that the spring lineup this year? A new channel and a new poll.
No, the El Cheapo.
Oh,
El Cheapo.
Is that for real?
That's legitimate.
Yeah, that's real.
Holy fuck.
Yeah.
You ought to.
Hey, let me ask you something, Chris. Do you actually have those
I have an idea
lettering
for this.
put on the poles?
Yeah.
Do you have it
Yeah.
put on the poles, or do you have a machine that does that?
No, I have that done in the factory.
Oh,
Okay.
You should have a red, black, and white, like kind of chevron design that says El Cheapo, and put that on there. I think that would be dope.
Can I get a pole called the Oriental?
No.
Okay.
Jesus
Thank
fucking
you.
Christ.
He's not.
The El Cheapo logo kind of like we use the El Camino font. It's kind of neat. I'll show you.
Yeah.
See, like that one right above my head right there. It said El Cheapo, and that kind of box right there.
It's like a fun squiggle.
It's like a fun squiggle.
No.
It's real
that's
fun.
the Cheap Pro that's coming out like in the fall.
The cheaper pro.
Yo, Mark, you asked where it like ends with these poles. Like, oh, you got the Luke pole, you got the Steve pole.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We can make poles so easily, and we've gotten really good at the design process. So if somebody comes to us with an idea and says, "Hey, I think there's a hole in the lineup because of X, and you could do this," like, there's no reason not to do it. You know.
Right.
Like the sales guys hate me for it because they're like, "Oh, it's too many options. We don't know to put somebody in." But like, if somebody's got a good idea, I have no disincentive not to just roll something new out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it sounds like you have a really good relationship with the manufacturer.
Really good. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
really good. Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I think you ought to tap Mark on the shoulder for a Mark Tanner channel because his idea works. I mean, you can't get him to fucking send you one because he's a piece of shit. But
What are we talking about?
that fucking channel, you've been talking about sending me that fucking channel hollowed out for fucking like 2 years now. You were,
Oh, yeah.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Green.
oh yeah.
Like if you have an idea, Mark, we get it made local in New Jersey. That doesn't go to China.
I have to send you. What I would have to do, Chris, is send you one of the channels that I alter.
So
you
7
could
minutes of work.
Yeah, 7 minutes. I'm a busy man. I'm cleaning car
Oh,
dealerships all day.
Dude,
I
you
got
have to go past a UPS or a FedEx store, dude? Just sit
Yeah, and I go like this. I go like this. TJ knows
Yeah.
that about me. I'm like, I
Fucking
can
Mark-
never sell
getting
anything.
Mark- yeah.
I hate the post office. I hate everything
Yeah.
about it. But
I'm not
we
a
were at the
fan
post
either.
office. We were at the post office a couple weeks
Is
ago.
the front desk intimidating because like your eye
Yeah,
level?
so high. Yeah, so high. So we're at hey Chris, make a note. Make a note. If I can pre-order a
He's just grabbing lollipops like this.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Second mark label.
Look at one of the boys.
Horseshoe brown.
He's
Mark,
gonna
got 'em
send
all.
you he's gonna send you a fucking label.
So do a label. Now you
Yeah.
put in a box on your step. The dude will come pick it up.
There you go.
Boom.
Absolutely.
Boom.
Yeah, just send him a prototype. I want to see a Marketnator something.
Yeah, we need Mark Tanner needs a product on the market ASAP. He needs recognition.
Yeah. Oh, I'll come
Yeah,
in, Chris.
it's not like it's been working on for 10 years that should have already existed, but yeah. No.
Yeah, I got something up my sleeve there, Chris. We'll have to have a little powwow.
A wow pow? A wow pow?
Wow, pow.
What kind of? Ooh, or this kind? What kind? What kind of?
I heard it's a pretty good idea.
It's
Seems
not.
like it works well.
It's
too.
not.
Maybe just a phone call. Huh?
It's a money maker.
It's a money maker.
I don't want my name anywhere near it. No,
Yeah.
actually, I have something.
Yeah, he
Dude,
wants.
just
My
Yeah,
legacy.
be called Stovepipe, which is
Yeah.
like extra wide body channel.
it's not longer. It's wider.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You
definitely.
only do straight pulls with it because it can't move side to side.
Yeah.
Ooh, man,
Straight
speaking
pull.
of straight pulls, man, fucking Henry got roasted on them straight pull videos. Did you see that? Good
Yeah.
Lord. I had to
Oh,
kick
dude.
that dude out the Outlaw Window Cleaner group. That was just too aggressive, sir. Too aggressive. He's like, there's no fucking way you ain't leaving runs and streaks pulling straight like that. And I told him he's full of shit because I see an old dude with a wooden fucking boomstick and a boar's hair brush and a fixed handled fucking brass Unger Squeegee.
Yeah.
Straight pulls all day. The guy's a fucking monster. I mean, he's like 58, 59 years old. I think he said he's getting ready to turn 60. Yeah, so he's 59. Old black guy, cleans windows with a boar's hair brush, a wooden broomstick handle, and a brass squeegee straight pulling. Guy's a fucking savage. Just as fast as I am.
No, I had a guy like that working for me. He had 50 years of experience, and he could out-clean anyone
Straight
half
pulling.
his age.
Straight
Oh, yeah.
pulling.
Oh, yeah.
Straight pulling. So,
Do you ever try to clean with one of those like stiff bristle boar's hair brushes?
I
It's
have.
horrible.
I have.
It's
Yeah.
so hard.
I don't know
You
how
know
they
what it
do
is, Chris? Here,
To be honest, I've never even seen.
I have a couple of them. They weigh they'll drain a 5-gallon bucket down to 2 gallons in one dip. But
Really?
after we have a hurricane, all the fibrous debris from the palm trees sticks to the glass. That's the only thing that takes it off is the boar's hair brush.
Yeah.
You know,
That Cuff said, heel lift window cleaning shaft.
what?
He's roasted you for your height. That's so good. That's why I like Thad.
Dad.
Heel lift
That's all
window
right,
cleaning
Dad.
shoes.
Dad, I'll make sure I meet up with you at the Huge and break something else of yours.
What, his heart?
Yeah, no. He came to me with a dead arm. His arm was
His
dead.
dead arm.
Now his leg is dead. You know.
Are they still having the huge convention?
Heck yeah.
Oh, I heard John Tormboni's not going to be there, so you guys are going to shut it down.
No, we're not going to let the communists win.
We're not going to let the communists win.
I'm just not. Like, these fucking commies. Like, we're just going to have it. We're going to have it. Georgia's totally open. The mayor of Atlanta is a little left-leaning, like one of those lock everything down types. Right. But before the Huge, there's this gigantic woodworking convention. It's massive, like 80,000 people come, and they're like full bore on, and that's happening. So that's a really good sign for us.
Good.
Absolutely.
Well, fuck, that means I definitely have to go. Are my free tickets still available?
Heck yeah.
Good, because we already registered them. I still haven't got my email confirmation yet, but, whatever.
Did you pay for your room? I got my room already.
I just reserved it.
I booked my room, but I wanted to make sure it was still happening, so.
Yeah.
It's all signs are pointing towards it happening.
Wait a minute, dude. So, fuck. So, if I reserved a room on a credit card or that is no longer in use, do I still have that room or do I have to redo my fucking shit?
I don't know. You should call them. Call the hotel or whatever.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
They're pretty easy to deal with. I think probably like what would happen if you didn't do anything is like you would just get there and they'd ask you for a new card.
Okay. Will my room still be there? Will that hotel sell out for the huge convention?
Definitely.
Fuck me.
Yeah, it's a big hotel.
You think it's sold out already?
No.
TJ, it looks like you and me are splitting a room, dude.
Oh, we are? Because Jennifer said she's going, and I don't know if you're going to want to be in the same room as me.
I probably don't want to be. I'll sleep
hey,
me.
hey.
Mr. Drill and Rig over here.
So, TJ, have you seen the pictures of this hotel?
Yes, it's fucking awesome, dude.
But, dude, like, I know, like, I don't think, maybe you didn't say you had, like, vertigo when we were hanging out, or if it's like something with like heights.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to bring some rope and rappel down in that balcony.
Well, we were there when we were there doing the site visit. There was a high-rise company there doing that, and we were like, "Oh, yeah, what's up? We're here having a window cleaning convention." They're like, "All right, yeah, whatever."
Yeah,
like they couldn't care less.
Yeah, well, listen, the balcony at your hotel at the last convention in your room, that did fucking set me back a little bit. I stayed towards the edge. It was dark. And it was windy, and it was kind of drizzling, and I was just not feeling it. You know what I mean? I just wasn't feeling that. I walked over to the edge. I looked over. Steve-O acted like he was going to push me, which really pissed me off. But, whatever. He, grabbed me by the shoes, like, oh, watch out. I'm like, dude, what is wrong with you, man? But, yeah, I've seen the hotel, the balconies, and that has crossed my mind, Jess.
Yeah, it's not even so much the balconies there. It's the inside. It's like this tunnel. It's like this wrapped up set of rooms, and you look down. And it's like it's very strange. Do all the rooms have interior balconies, or just some of them, half of them? No, they don't. No, they don't have interior balconies. But
the hallways, though,
when you walk out of your room,
those are hallways.
It's an open atrium.
Yeah.
It's an open atrium.
Oh, okay.
That's what open atrium. Yeah. So from
some rope, I could bring some rope and we can play.
Well, you can bring some rope. I'm not sure what to let you do, but when you look up, you can just see everything. It's pretty neat.
Yeah, I'm excited. One, to hang out with everybody again. I don't know who all's coming this year, but I know Mark's going to be there, so that ought to be cool.
We basically have every vendor booth sold out. There might be 2 left. We get 600-700 tickets sold. So
me and Mark are going to be selling towels and T-shirts. How much will it cost for us to get a booth there?
And pork sandwiches.
And pork sandwiches, of course.
Yeah.
Complimentary. I got a space reserved.
Awesome. It's going to be sweet. We're going to sell towels. We're taking the towel game over right now. Yep. We're going to put.
The cool thing about Atlanta is it's like a very easy fly-into city. It's not like Branson where you really have to plan to get there. So, people that come to the Atlanta one, so many people drive in or just buy their tickets last minute because, you can get a flight to Atlanta for, $99 from anywhere because it's such a major hub,
Yeah. Let me ask you one question, Chris. How's parking there? Because I know parking for IWCA was freaking brutal. Is there parking in the hotel for guests, I assume?
Yeah, it's probably towards. I'm trying to remember. They have 2 types of parking there, some sort of long-term thing.
Yeah.
And then there's this other
But it's on the same property, or you have
because I'm gonna have Mark is delivering a near priceless item to me that's gonna be sitting in the parking lot for a couple of days. Priceless item.
That would be.
Homemade Mark Tanner smoker.
How big is something like that?
It's
not
about 6 foot tall.
About 6 foot tall.
6 foot tall, 3 foot wide, 3 foot square.
If it's priceless, wheel it right on into your room.
Oh yeah, no, we're gonna be lighting that bitch up in the parking lot.
Fucking hillbillies, man! I will have nothing to do with that. I will not be caught dead smoking food in the fucking hotel parking lot.
I will help you out.
I'll bet you.
God damn it! You guys cannot do this. Don't get Mark started because he will. And then Mrs. Tanner's going to be mad, and it's going to be a bad time.
Dude, my wife's all about it. If I'm enjoying it,
Mark's
going to
smile. Mark's going to bring a fucking canopy. He's going to have a canopy set up. He's going to be smoking.
I'm bringing my Hoggy-style barbecue team banner and everything.
Oh, God damn it.
Yeah.
Atlanta's got great food, man. There's this restaurant I went to a couple times, right by the hotel. It's Turkish food, a whole bunch of kebabs and shit like that. Just so good.
Yeah.
So good, like just all different meats that are just right, lamb and stuff like that.
Oh. I don't fuck around like that, but that's cool, man.
I'll eat some lamb.
You would like this.
I don't know.
I'm probably
I don't
describing it wrong.
Dude, it's meat cooked for hours and hours.
I don't know,
so
man. I don't know,
be
dude.
good.
I don't know. I don't like camel meat and shit, bro.
You're right.
I ain't into that shit, bro. I ain't into
Like
camel
that-
meat.
That gyro thing, that big giant hunk of dick on the rotisserie? Nope.
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 You
Give me a
don't
pork sandwich. You do.
So
It's
the
that other
huge
one.
convention's probably most likely looking like it's going to happen. I mean, have you guys felt any rumblings like, there might not be as many people there as previous years, or does it still look like, because Thad's making out to be like, there's 2 rooms left according to fucking Thad Eckhoff.
I'm going to show everybody how I break a bone.
He's right about that. Like the room block. Like they only give us a certain amount of rooms at the discounted price.
Mm-hmm.
So we want to make sure everyone just reserves a room so they get one. Will it be as big as years past? Possibly, but I can say for sure by this point, like today, from X number of days to the event, we have sold substantially more tickets than years past up to this point.
Dude, it's a fucking awesome event, man. It really is. It's an awesome event. It really is. Henry Dries would like to know, is there a campground nearby?
I don't know, but I would personally love to buy
Is there a place you can bury some bodies in?
Henry a ticket.
I've already
get your butt up there.
listen, I've already given Henry a free ticket. He won it in the whatchamacallit.
Yep.
Now, Mark, will you and Mrs. Tanner be able to pick Henry up? Because you guys are both in Florida, right? Somewhere.
I'll pick him up if he needs a ride. If he wants.
Oh my God.
Yeah, but then I'm stuck.
We want to get him there.
Yeah. Look, if he doesn't have a ride, I'd be happy to pick him up. But I ain't housing him.
I ain't housing him. I ain't housing him.
Now, Mr. Jacob Williams, if I recall, also lives in Florida. Do you have room for him as well?
I got a 4-door crew cab. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Who else from Florida is listening?
Yeah, who else from Florida is listening? Mark has a big truck. You can sit in the bed.
Yeah, they got a chip in for diesel.
They got a chip in for diesel.
Yeah, we got Frank Rave coming in. That's
Cool.
Frank Rave is going to be at the huge convention.
I want to meet him.
Wow.
Now, if I could get me a Carl Robinson and a Mark Darnell there, I'd be
Forget it.
Oh,
They're
dude.
going to shut it down.
Oh, my God, dude.
Has to come.
If Mark
Mark
Darnell...
is out in your area, though. Is he, like, somewhere Midwestern-y by
he was like 5 minutes from Branson. Yeah.
He will walk into the trade show naked.
Yes.
You realize that, right, Chris? You don't know what we know.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of securities. He won't
Doesn't
be able
matter.
to...
He'll run.
Remember the guy cleaning the train windows? Was that Mark or no? Did anyone ever
No,
to
but
that?
we thought it was. So there was somebody in Branson, that scenic railroad train that was right in the center there. There was some guy that looked like Mark Darnell cleaning the windows. So I got it on camera. I still have that on GoPro.
Did he have pants on?
Yeah, he had pants on, but man, it fucking looked like fucking Mark, dude. I was like, if Mark Darnell's here, this is gonna be the best fucking night of my life.
I hope.
Are you talking about, like, pro cleaning or, like, Windex cleaning?
No, like pro cleaning.
Because if I recall, Craig Hensel, like, brought his tools and was, like, running around town cleaning windows.
Oh,
Maybe
was
it was
it?
him?
No, it wasn't Craig. Because you could tell the difference between a Craig and a Mark. You know what I mean? Mark's kind of built more like me. Craig's kind of built like he likes the way he looks. You know what I mean? He thinks about it. I don't think about it. Dude, that would be so great. Mark Darnell's the best, man. Now, to be honest with you, my dream lineup would be Frank Rave, Mark Darnell, and Mario. That would be my dream trade show lineup right there. You know what I mean? That would be perfect for me. Mario's fucking hilarious, man. That's
I would love to get Mario there.
I like the way you say Mario. Mario.
Mario.
Mario. I love the way you say that.
You know?
Dude, speaking of random fucking messages, he's another good one for random fucking messages. just random out of the fucking, you're cleaning windows and Mario sends you this fucking message that just like, I'm just like, dude, this guy's from fucking outer space, man. Like, where did that guy come from? You know what I mean? He's like, he's perfect, man. He's absolutely fucking hysterical, dude. And he said, Mark Darnell said, inbox me, I'm going 243. That's his room. You think I'm slow. Mark Darnell. Oh, Mark Darnell, you should totally come. Mark said Mark said that you can room with him and his wife. They've got room. They'll have an extra bed.
Mario even laughs in Spanish. I love it.
Yeah, Mario even laughs in Spanish. Yes, you're right. He always goes ja 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 instead of ha ha ha.
Dude, like we become pretty good friends with Mario.
You could say like you want to.
You know, in the past year or so. And I find it so funny. He's like, you know, a dude from South America living in California that's a raging Trump fan.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
There's so much funny.
Dude, he's out there playing soccer with a Trump flag. He's like
dude, he's fucking
kids. I'm like,
great,
I love this dude.
He's fucking great. Both of his sons are fucking straight savages. They both got hands. Have you seen his sons box?
Oh, yeah.
They got hands,
kick
dude.
Your ass.
They got hands, bro. Like legitimate hands, dude. It's fucking.
Dude, he like makes them fight for his own enjoyment.
He's fucking great. He always sends me pictures or videos and stuff. He's like every now and then there'll be one kid. There's the boys and Mario, and then a couple of little white kids out there, and they're going. You know, Mario's like, you can't take it easy on the white kids just because they're white. He's fucking great, dude. He is so fucking funny, man.
So I feel Mario lives in Simi Valley, which is like a huge like red area too. Though.
Yeah.
Like he's not the only one in that area, like kind of kicking it that way. But dude, he's definitely entertaining.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely. I just don't like it when he trolls.
These guys together and when we hang out. Yeah.
I just don't like it when he trolls. When he trolls on the fucking internet, it drives me fucking. He pisses me off like no other. He's really good at making me mad, and he knows it, and that's why he does it. You know, and he'll call me. Like, he'll get me so fucking mad that I'll start cussing at him, and he'll fucking call me, DJ. I'm like, you motherfucker. You know I'm just messing with you, right, bro? I'm like, come on, you gotta stop fucking doing that shit, man. He does it on purpose, just to get me going. Just to piss me off. Fucker.
Yeah. Like we've been pretty tight for like a year. Like before that, like he was in pro window cleaning for years, and he was the guy known for being like so brutal to anybody new. Yeah. So like I see a new guy come in and be like, hey, how should I do this? And what soap should I use? And I'm like, oh, wait for it. And
Mario. Yeah. Mario. Kadow! Yeah, he's not fucking nice at all. Not nice. But, you know, everyone's got their thing, you know what I mean? And that's Mario saying I don't think he really genuinely means anything by it. He just, passing the time. He's enjoying himself. You know what I mean?
Funny dude.
It's just like his thing. It's just like his thing he likes to do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Looks like he has a killer business. Well, I think Mario is shifting gears right now from my talks with Mario lately. He's suffering greatly, like, you know, Richie and a couple of our other California compadres right now. There's not a lot of commercial work going on for them guys, so they've been doing a lot of... Even Richie Blue has a fucking house scheduled, you know what I mean, which is a rarity, you know what I mean? And that's, I mean, I'll be honest with you guys, everyone, that's really what I've done. I've just really shifted gears, you know what I mean? I've been answering every residential call. Before, I'll be honest, if I get a voicemail, it's like, will you come clean my gutters? I'm like, oop, delete. I didn't get your message, sorry. But I've actually done more gutter jobs in May than I did all of last year. The year total. I've done more in May than I did all of last year total. So
probably a lot of people sitting home for 2 months when they're home during the day. It's raining and they're seeing that shit flow over the top.
Listen,
I cleaned my gutters yesterday for the first time in years. We're sitting on the front porch. We've been getting hammered by rain over the last week to 10 days. My wife and I sit on the porch, and she goes, "Look at the gutters," and I'm like, "Yeah." And she's like, "I don't think it's supposed to be doing it," and it's overflowing the top. So I wait till it slows down, grab the ladder, put it up there, and I had like 4 Christmas light clips that I hang those Christmas lights down in the gutter. That's what clogged it up. Held the pine straw.
Ah,
It's
shit.
like, oh my god. Yeah.
Yeah, I had a log
Gutter
jam in
cleaning
mine.
sucks.
Yeah, I'm not a fan, dude. I've been on like every post on Instagram that's got like someone selling a gutter vacuum. I keep trying to get them to send me one, but it's not gonna happen. I keep trying, like, yeah, you ought to let me test that out, bro. I'll tell you if it works or not. You see those fucking guys overseas in the UK? They use the fuck out of those things, man.
They have
no choice.
They have the outside clips too, though. You know what I mean? So, like, their gutter brackets are on the outside, not on the inside. So the whole inside of the gutter is open. Where our brackets sit inside.
Yeah.
So just run that shit like back and forth. It's a little harder to run a gutter vac in the States, I think, personally.
Yeah.
Even with
They're
all my
using them a
customers,
ton in
that's
the
good,
UK
Henry.
because they can't get on ladders.
Oh,
and in the
yeah.
States,
Yeah, I
they
didn't
don't
even
work
think
for
of that.
pine needles. They really only work when there's like that much water in the gutter. That's when they'll work nice.
Oh, okay. Okay.
You get a little suction going, but for dry shit, they're not so hot.
Well, doesn't it matter where you live? I mean, we have pine straw from pine trees. I just don't see it folding in half. Shut up, Seth. Folding in half and going into that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you would have trouble with that.
Yeah. I mean, and it gets in there like a mat. You grab one side of it, 6 foot of it comes out at one time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. What's a shitty day? I have not worked. Joseph Skinta has not worked in 6 weeks. Fuck, man.
Wow. God.
Yeah, but Joseph does all storefront, right?
Does he?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Man, I went up to see Joseph once. We went to, I met him in Buffalo, New York, and we went to the place where hot wings were invented, or buffalo wings.
Buffalo wings, yeah.
No shit.
So hot.
Amazing. I'll bet it was good.
Yeah.
It was awesome.
I still have my pen. Joseph Skinta, back when he used to like me before I shit all down Perry's neck, he sent me a cool ass pen. I still have it. I use it every day to sign checks.
It's cool.
Yeah. I wish you still liked me. I wish you still liked me, Joseph. But thanks for tuning in. Haven't got my stimulus check yet. You're fucking an immigrant, Mario. You're not fucking getting one.
He's legal, right?
He's not legal, man. He jumped across the border, bro. No, I'm pretty I'm pretty sure he is legal. Yeah. Pretty
I
sure.
feel like he did that shit the right way.
Yeah.
Seth, you guys busy up there?
Yeah, we are. We're pretty busy.
Is it like a normal May or like a...
It's a busier May, to be honest. April was like down 50% and May's up like 75. It's like
It's awesome.
May, as soon as the weather hit like 60 degrees, everyone's stuck at home here. You know what I mean? Like, we have a lot of like finance people who live around here, and they're like, "Oh, can you come do this?"
I thought Connecticut was locked down with everybody else.
Well, I live in Massachusetts.
Oh.
One.
Oh, yeah,
Right?
that's
You
right.
keep saying Connecticut, I'm gonna fucking. Dude, you know what that is. Dude, Connecticut sucks. Nobody likes Connecticut. It's like the bastard child of New England. It's like you have New York and Massachusetts on either side, and if you live in Connecticut, like, nobody really gives a shit.
It's like that big, and they have bad attitudes in Connecticut.
Bad attitudes and a shitty accent. That's what they have.
They think they're better than the other Northeastern.
4'8".
Yeah, the New York accent, New Jersey, Rhode Island, all that shit. A Connecticut accent.
Connecticut, fucking Massachusetts, it's the fucking same
Totally
fucking thing,
different.
dude. It's the same fucking thing, bro.
All right, that's like saying Michigan and Ohio are the same thing.
No, that's not even close to the same thing.
I know. So same. So,
But
that's the point.
Massachusetts and
Hey,
Connecticut are the same thing, dude.
have you been to
They're
either
the same
state?
thing. Yes, both.
You've been to both?
Been to both, drove through them, same fucking thing. Can tell no difference. They're
Different to me, but all right.
all
no, yeah.
assholes, all of them.
Yeah, I mean, that's a true statement. New England's cold and everyone fucking hates each other. So.
Jason Lehman, what's up, dude? I got your fucking sticker made. I just got to send it out to you. I'm making Jason Lehman stickers for his fucking screen cleaner to advertise his business on.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's nice.
4'8" Thad, 1 inch being considered a midget. Mark is a midget. He's fucking short as fuck. Joseph Skinta's 5'6". How tall are you, Mark?
5'5".
You're 5'5", you pussy.
He's stretching that dog. That's
No,
like
I'm 5'5".
4.25.
Jennifer's taller than you.
Probably.
What a pussy, dude.
That doesn't make me a pussy. How does that make me a pussy? I've hurt much bigger people than you.
Mark is such a pussy.
Mark woke up one day and was like, hey, can I be 5'5"?
Just
No
think about
charge,
it like
Jason.
This. Just think about it like this. I've never fought someone shorter than me. I've
Right?
fight guys
Yeah.
much
Well,
bigger
you're gonna.
all the
Yeah,
time.
you're gonna have a hard time finding
Dude,
anybody
if you're
smaller
fighting
than you, dude.
someone shorter than you, they're in the 6th grade.
If you're fighting someone shorter than you, you're stealing their lunch money, you prick.
I'm in big trouble.
I mean, that's true.
Maybe you guys could settle this with like an arm wrestling or something when we see him.
I'll win.
Oh,
I'll
dude,
win.
that wouldn't even
I'll
be
win.
funny.
I'll win.
I would hurt
I'll
him.
win. I'll win.
No, you won't.
First of all, I've got more leverage. I've got more leverage. My
Dude.
fucking arm's longer than yours. First of all,
You will lose.
You're a slower fucking
lose.
window cleaner than me, and you're
Okay,
fucking old.
yeah.
There's that.
Just
There's that
seen
too.
the
I'm not
videos.
arm wrestling someone with 19
That
arms.
Eckhoff said it's all
Fucking
uppercuts.
pussy.
That Eckhoff said you throw all uppercuts.
Dude, I got an arm wrestling story. A guy that used to live above me
Yes,
when I
Jason.
rented an apartment. He was a big dude.
Uh-huh.
And he had these trophies from Iron Man beer arm wrestling competitions,
Uh-huh.
right? He was a professional
And I
arm
suppose
wrestler.
you beat him all the time, right? Fucking tell us
No,
another
not even
story.
close. He came down to my apartment on a Sunday night, and he's like, "Hey, man, you got $100?" And I'm like, "Yeah, what's up?" And he goes, "We're gonna go win some money." And I'm like, "All right, let's go." So I give him the $100. We go into downtown Fort Lauderdale, and we go into this hotel. Right? We're sitting in the lobby, right? And
Wait,
Dennis,
what year was this?
88, 89.
How hot was
Okay.
it?
So Over the Top was out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
So
hot was it
we
out
go-
that day? Do you remember if there was any rain?
was at night.
What color were your shorts? Jesus fucking Christ! Tell the fucking story.
So we show up in this hotel, and we're waiting in the lobby. And down the stairs comes this guy that looked like a bodybuilder. And I looked at Dennis and I'm like, I might want to get my money back. And he goes, "Oh, don't worry about that shit." He goes,
Dude, you look like you
Trust
sell
me.
fucking crystal meth.
so
So,
the guy comes down, they collect all the money, about $700. And Dennis sits down with the guy, and, they put the hands on him, and he's like, "I'll count down from 3 and then go." Right? Dude, he goes, I mean, it literally took 4 seconds. 3, 2, 1, and fucking Dennis, bam, puts him down. I wasn't ready. It almost ensued a fight
Right,
in this hotel.
right.
So Dennis is like, "Give me my money." And they're like, no, he wasn't ready. He wasn't ready. They started this bullshit. And Dennis goes, he looks around at all these guys, and I'm like, "Dude, there's 2 of us, and there's like 5 of them. Just kick his ass again." I go right in front of him, kick his ass again, so we can get our money and leave. And so they put him together again, right? And he's like, 3, 2, 1, go. And Dennis just sits there and he's like, "Okay, are you ready now? You ready? You sure you're ready for this, okay?" And the guy's already starting to rear into him, and he goes, I mean, dude, it practically threw the guy out of the chair. The guy was twice the size. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, and we took their money.
That's one of my cousin's buddies is actually has a title, a arm wrestling title. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And they all went to high school together, and that dude weighs like 145 fucking pounds.
Yeah,
and
a lot of it is technique.
And I've seen him beat dudes 150 pounds heavier than he is. No bullshit.
Yeah.
Like it ain't even shit, just stroking dudes. And all that dude did was work on a farm and bale hay and fucking sow fields. That's all that dude ever did. No, weightlifting, none of that shit. Just fucking banging dudes out. 150 pounds heavier than him. Just banging them out, dude.
Yeah.
So where is that coming from? Is that lean muscle? Is that this part? What's doing that? Here?
Forearm.
Forearm,
Right there.
forearm, yeah.
Forearm.
Right there.
That's why I'll fuck Mark's ass up. Mark's a hoe ass bitch.
Dude, you don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that.
You don't want to do that. You fucker. What are you going to say when my dad says you fuck me, you'll get a sore throat?
I would not mess with your dad, but I want to mess with you.
Oh, look, more things.
Arm wrestling. Oh.
Mark, you have a whole entire side of the board.
Mark's
I got the whole board.
Mark's got a whole
I'm feeling
board
honored
there.
right now.
Whatever, dude.
I just, I got some things to follow up with you about.
There you go. Let's
Can
do it.
you?
I have a
Can
this
you
great
sell a window
video.
cleaning pole that looks like a stovepipe? It just like goes up 3 feet so you can clean first floor of windows.
Have you ever seen Mark's arms before? They're impressive for a little guy.
I have this great video on my phone of Jersey absolutely destroying me at arm wrestling.
There's a big boy. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I don't know what I was thinking.
I don't know.
His arm is like this long, though. I mean,
I'm like, like you could just see me reading it.
Have you ever seen those videos of those guys arm wrestling and their fucking leg or their arm snaps and shit?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
fuck.
So gross.
That's what I'm gonna do.
knocked
That's
out.
what I'm gonna do to Mark's fucking arm. He fucking.
Dude, Mark beats you now, though? Like, you have this.
No, listen.
Listen, we had all of this. We had all these discussions before. He was gonna beat me at fucking window cleaning. We shown
beat you at
on
window
video.
cleaning.
That's never
Okay,
gonna
I
happen.
beat you at window cleaning. I'll beat you at barbecue, and I'll beat you at arm wrestling
Marcus,
all day long.
You can beat. There's a few things you can beat me on: barbecue, being short, and that's it.
Look, I'm not like the guy that can't challenge you to a game of Xbox.
Oh yeah, that's
Okay,
right.
I'm not going to talk that shit.
game of it.
A game of
Yeah,
Xbox.
whatever.
I ain't gonna play Atari. I ain't gonna play Tendo with you.
Game of Atari.
I'm gonna
You ever
play.
played before?
I'll
beat you
kick
tonight.
your ass in Pong. I'll show
No,
you.
I have to say this because I mess around with my kids all the time, and JT, who's 15, and he's doing a lot of martial arts. Actually, not lately, but I mean, he's just filling out, and he's like, "Yeah, Dad, it's time for me to beat you in arm wrestling," and I have trouble beating him now because he's at that age, and the problem is that. And I've said this before. As you get older, you don't realize it. You just start losing your
Right.
strength. I don't have the same hand power.
Right.
You
So
know
don't
what I'm saying?
come fucking barking
But
up
I'll
the young dog
still-
street. Never,
but
bro.
I'll still-
Never that.
yeah.
Dude, I will smash you. Jersey
Yeah.
would like to know. Jersey would like to know if you let full size men in on these competitions, Mark. Or is it
I'll
just,
arm wrestle Jersey. I don't think I could. I think his arms are too long. But
I will fuck
don't-
Mark up, man. I'm telling you.
Mark, what you need to do is what my dad did. When I was 15, 14,
Yeah.
he had a basketball court in my yard. My dad used to destroy me in basketball. And then I hit
Yeah.
a growth spurt at 15.
Yeah.
And I went up and I fucking slammed the ball out of his hand, like stood over him. And that was
Yeah.
the last
Believe it or
time I
not.
ever played basketball against my
Yeah.
dad.
Believe it
Yeah.
or not, I have never beaten my dad at any sporting activity. I have never beat my dad at basketball. I've never fucking beat my dad throwing darts. I've never beat my dad at shooting pool, bowling, any competition, cornhole, any kind, horseshoes, any competition I've ever had against my father, I've always lost. I fucking hate
Have
it.
you ever arm wrestled your dad?
Yes.
He's a big man.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he still beat you?
Barely.
See, my dad's like 5'9".
My dad is fucking 6'1" and weighs like 385 pounds.
Yeah, that makes it tough. So
He's
you have to
fucking-
like try to play with like
His
race him.
his nickname is Hoss. His nickname is Hoss. His nickname is Hoss, and his catch line is, and they don't call me Hoss because I have a horse and I ride on the Ponderosa. Boom. My dad. Ask Mark. My dad is full of the cheesy one-liners. Like every one of them.
He's got 'em.
Every cheesy, sleazy one-liner a single man at my dad's age, 56 years old, can possibly have. My dad's got them all down pat.
And it doesn't stop. It's one
Right.
after the other, after the other,
Like
after
one,
the
and
other.
like
after
a
the
guy
other.
will walk up to him in the bar and be like, "You fucking this and you fucking that," and he'd be like, "You go outside, practice falling down, and I'm gonna finish my drink and I'll meet you out there." You know, shit like that. Or I've tripped over tougher guys, get into a fight. You know,
Yeah.
my
Dude,
dad's
geez, your dad's only 56?
yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah, my mom was 15 and my dad was 18. Or 16. My mom was 16 and my dad was 18. Sorry about that.
Damn, dude. Yeah, that's young. Like I thought I had a young dad.
No, my mom and pops are young as shit, man. We essentially grew up together. So, I mean, you got to think about it. Savannah's 21 and I'm 41.
Yeah. I mean, like their grandparents are like younger
yeah.
than my parents.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
That's how
Well,
it
for
always
the-
used to be. You know,
Yeah.
just recently people are having kids later and later and later.
Yeah, dude, I'm lazy. I haven't impregnated anybody. So.
No, that's
Well,
not.
how old are
Hey,
you?
How's that going to happen?
That's not-
Even
listen-
same-sex marriage. That
Yeah,
doesn't
I have to sex with friends before I'm pregnant. I understand how that works, but
oh,
Are you married, Seth?
Marcus,
You have a
that was
girlfriend,
an
right?
epic jab, Mark, right
I
there.
do.
Fuck.
I was engaged. I did that. That didn't work out. Now I got a girlfriend. It's working out pretty good. But,
Mark
yeah.
said, "How are you gonna have a baby during same-sex marriage?"
Dude, yeah, it's hard. It's hard to have a baby during. I hear you.
I mean, they can adopt an Oriental, Mark.
Adopt
Yeah,
a pop.
when Mark burns you and you're just like,
Yeah,
just-
fuck. I just let it go. How about them slap contests? Listen, man. No way.
That ain't happening.
No, you're not slapping. You fucking slap me, you're
big
getting one of
Russian
these.
Dude who's like breaking watermelons.
Yeah,
and
fuck
slap-
that.
I saw
Dude,
that.
that's the craziest shit.
Yeah, I'm good, man.
Yeah.
Dude, it's like giving two kids boxing gloves, right? I remember growing up, one of my best friends, he got boxing
Sorry to
gloves
hear
for
that,
Christmas,
John.
and if the fight's on, you know what I'm saying? You
Uh-huh.
get tapped in the nose a little too hard, and the fight goes on. No way.
Still pissed. I came in at the right time talking about impregnating people in a same-sex marriage. Yes. Yes. Yes.
I still remember my dad was kind of young. I must have been 15.
Uh-huh.
And I was playing rec basketball with a bunch of friends, and I called the landline. Like, that's how old I am. And I called my mom, and I was like, hey, I'm going to be like an hour late. I'm gonna show up at like 11 p.m. And my mom was like, yeah, that's fine. She never told my dad. So, like, when you pulled in my driveway, right, we had a floodlight that would come on, like, motion sensor. And we pulled up, and my dad's standing in the driveway in his bathrobe, and I'm like, oh, I'm fucked. Dude, I'm so fucked. He's like, hello, boys. I get out of the car, and he grabs me by the back of the neck. He's like, you know, when we get inside, and I was like, I was feeling myself, and I turned around and popped my old man, like, real quick, thinking that was going to work, and then I ran towards the backyard, like, trying to get away. And I remember his bathrobe opened up, whitey tighties, and he caught me in, like, fucking 3 strides and beat the shit out of me.
Yeah.
Great.
Tiny fucking bathrobe, and I just remember being like, yeah, no, I can't hang, dude. I can't hang.
My grandfather, I was like 16 or 17 years old. My grandfather got a hold of me one day. And, you know, and when you're 16, 17 years old, you know, you're full of testosterone, fucking, you know what I mean? I didn't think I was ever, he lifted me up off the fucking ground, dude. Like my tiptoes, like my heels were off the ground, threw me up against the fucking wall because I said something to my mom I shouldn't have said. And I didn't even see it coming. That motherfucker did some Green Beret World War II fucking jumping out on the Japs Oriental fucking shit. You know, came out on me.
On the what?
Yeah.
On the Japs?
Yeah. Come out, fucking snatched me up by my fucking neck and had me, I'd say at least 4 inches off the ground. It scared the shit out of me. You never know.
So you probably hated that then, but now, like, that's awesome that you did that,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah, he straight checked me. I needed
athlete.
checked.
Look back,
I needed
you
checked.
learned a lesson for talking
Oh,
shit.
yeah, I
Like,
needed checked.
Like, when I hit my dad and nothing happened, I was like,
Well, I can tell you this right now. I've never said that to my mother's face ever again, but I say it behind her back all the time. I learned nothing. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, my fucking grandfather, he was a pistol, man. I mean, I like to pester people. I don't know if you guys know that about me, but
I figured that.
yeah. So, like, I used to pester my grandfather a lot, and like especially when I was really little, like between like the ages like 7 to like 10. I was like a constant annoyance in his life. I would take his screwdrivers and stick them in the grass. You know what I mean? And just the handle. So he'd he had really bad eyesight. So like he would mow the lawn and run over the fucking screwdrivers, and they'd fucking, dude, he'd come in the house and he'd grab me and take me outside. There was a hook on the fence, a nail, a gutter spike. He'd fucking hang me by my underwear on the fucking fence and walk away, leave me there. Just leave me there. I used to do the most fucked up shit. I used to get in a shoe shine kit and mix the polishes up. So he'd have polish.
What a dick you are!
Yeah,
My God.
Yeah, he had polish for brown shoes and polish for black shoes, so I'd flip the caps. And like I said, he had bad eyesight, so he would fucking take black shoe polish to his brown fucking shoes. Oh my God. And my grandfather, he was a mason, so he spent like regular time in dress shoes and, dressed up. So he always had to go to the hall and always had to do this and do that. So he was always shining his shoes. I fucked his shoes up like 2 or 3 times. He fucking hated me. He fucking hated me.
I was in first grade. I didn't go to school for 3 days because on a Sunday, went to my grandfather's house. There was always a lit cigarette in the ashtray, and I must have been fucking 6 or 7. And I was walking around with his Winston, just like, I'm Papa. And he took it out of my hands and burnt me, like, right underneath my eye.
Oh.
Like, put it out, like, on my face. My mom's like, what are you doing? Like, you can't do that. He's like, yeah, fuck him. Like,
smoking my Winstons.
Like, holy shit, that's great.
Yeah, John, sorry to hear about your dad, man. That sucks, bro. That's fucking awful, man. That sucks, dude. Yeah, man. The dad, I don't even know how we just got on dads. You know what I mean? Maybe you needed to hear that. Maybe we needed to have this little conversation so everybody could try to cheer you up a little bit, man. That sucks to hear, bro. So,
it's a life changer.
Yeah. So, Chris, where do people go to buy shit from you? Windowcleaner.com, is that the name of your website?
What would be a better name?
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how the fuck you pulled that off, but you've pulled off some miraculous shit in our time palling up here. You know what I mean?
I grinded them down over years. That was a 7-year deal.
Yeah. What a fucking beast. So you got the El Cheapo coming this fall, right? That's a legitimate thing.
Oh, legitimate. I got hundreds on order. It'll instantly become the best-selling pole because people just want something affordable.
Right.
Like our best-selling pole right now, Pro Basic, $549, shipped free to your door, 30 feet actual length, brush, hose, connection. People just want a price point pole.
Well, I can tell you,
the vast majority of people.
I can tell you guys right now, if you are on the market for a pure water system, that Zero X2 is I'm not kidding. That fucking thing is dope, dude. It's pushing like I've used it on 2-3 story jobs with a fucking with a rinse bar and had no problems. No problems. No pump. No booster pump.
Can you run 2 poles or just one?
I'm just running 1 pole.
Just one.
But I think you could.
You can run 2 poles to certain heights.
Yeah, you can. I think you could run 2 poles if you switch to pencil jets instead of a rinse bar. Easily.
Yeah. Rinse bar will destroy that.
Yeah. But yeah, man, dude. That fucker's super solid and it's light. I haven't used my hydro cart once this year. That's saying something.
We got some changes coming to that soon. We're gonna beef up the axles and the tires a little bit because it's pretty heavy, with the dual.
Yeah, put some off-road tires on it, man. A lot of people that do residential, they go through the grass.
I don't have any problems pushing it through the grass. I'm not a fucking pussy. Okay?
Yeah, you
the tires
are
fine.
Even arm wrestle.
Oh, Jersey. Listen, this is not the fucking Window Nation podcast. Don't be giving your fucking phone number out in the chat.
So I got the battery with the reel. Dude, I love it.
You scooped up one of those hydro carts, right?
No. So I have the Zero, the single one, and then I talked to Jersey 4 months ago, and I bought a battery for it.
Okay. Yeah.
And just a 12-volt pump on it, and dude, at 40 feet, the over-the-top rinse bar is just flooding out.
That's nice.
I love it.
That's nice, man. It's a nice system.
Yeah.
The Zero Pures and the Zero Pure X2, they're nice, man. They're simple, not much to them. Yep, there's nothing to them. Well, I got to be honest with you. I haven't used the 22, but I do have the 18, and there will be a review getting posted most likely tomorrow evening. I'll have the video up of me using it. But the Luke's new channel is fucking dope, man. It's pretty dope. Call 862-312-2026 and order one from Jersey. That piece of shit.
that Luke channel, we only have that in 3 sizes now. We're just kind of testing the waters with it, see what people think.
What are the sizes?
14, 18, and 22. But now that like we've gotten our, this first round of sales from them will just be to recoup the mold fee from the original thing. Because when those get made, they just get made in like 8-foot strips and then cut down. So now the next order, we're going to do a whole bunch of sizes.
Now, are those a T rubber? Or are they round rubber or T rubber?
Round rubber.
Round rubber.
Yeah. I'm only using the 18. I haven't used the 22, so I don't know. He says he must suck because it leaves some skid marks when I close out.
That's angle. That's just angle.
That's angle.
Change your angle.
Change your angle, man. I just ordered the 18 from Jordy tonight. Black diamond rubber is tight. I don't like the black. What kind of black diamond rubber are you putting in that channel when you ship it out? Medium?
It was probably medium.
Fuck you for that.
I got used to the medium, to be honest. It's like one of those things, I hated it at first, and then I got used to it.
80% of the people buy medium.
Really?
Yeah.
Anthony,
you'll see those in like 2 weeks.
But I think it kind of goes by what you were taught with. When I started, it was Ed soft. Sorbo wasn't around.
I love soft rubber, man.
Yeah, me
too. But I got used to the medium.
Yeah.
Me too, but I got used to the medium. Everybody in Connecticut likes the medium.
Fuck you.
You know what? You clean a house that has 50 windows. Let's see you do 500 on a commercial building with the same.
Yeah, well, I don't have to do 500 on a commercial building. I have to do.
You want to eat, you will. You need to start doing it now.
I do residential, dude.
Yeah, bro.
You have to keep in mind though, Seth is most likely cleaning triple track 6/6 storm windows all day up there, which is just brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's why you get $20 a window, and I don't.
They want to know if you can pre-order that silencer. No.
Anthony, shoot me a PM tomorrow, and I'll put one aside for you.
Me too. I'll pay you tomorrow. I don't need done. Put it on there.
Bring it on. You already have a whole board.
It says Mark. It already says Mark Silencer. How much more attention do you fucking want?
Send me a bill. I want to pay you, so I know I'm getting it, because they're gonna go out quick. Those aren't gonna stick around.
Yeah.
Yeah, one day.
I'm sure Mark Tanner will get one in 4 days.
Yeah, they'll be gone in 1 day. They're fucking awesome. Yeah. Mine's leaking.
No, they're great. I love it. It took me 2 months to get mine.
Seriously, mine leaks.
I've got it.
Mine doesn't leak. It's just getting worn around the stitching. Where
I have a prototype though. I have a prototype.
Yeah.
So, I was one of the lucky ones that Chris said, you know what, you should have this because you're the best. And I was like, you know what, you're right. I should. So he gave it to me.
I don't know if
Jason Lehman, they're coming in at $9.99.
$9.99. Yeah! Woo! I already asked that and got no response. What did you ask?
Well, that's because you're Jacob.
Jacob, actually, it's been mentioned earlier in the podcast, so, I'm sorry we can't just, keep answering the same fucking question over and over again. We need some more silencers. Would pre-order in a second. Yeah, fuck.
I hate pre-orders. Yeah. Pre-orders just lead to upset people.
Yeah, leads to upset people.
You know what pre-orders is probably like, Chris? It's like I have a building every year that at the end of the year, I clean it 4 times a year, and then at the end of the year, they'll be like, hey, we know you can't get to it now. Send us another bill
and we'll pay.
So that we can get it in for budget next year. And then they pay. And then you gotta do it.
Yeah, and and you feel
it's nice to get that check. Oh.
It's nice to do the job and then get the check, and you're like, oh, I made some money. But it's one thing to get paid in advance, and then you go do it. It's like fuck, because you already spent that money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Damn.
Gone.
Yeah. And pre-orders too. I just don't like taking people's money for something we haven't just shipped.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, Chris, thanks for coming on again, man. I'm sorry that we didn't talk a lot of window cleaning. We didn't sell anything for you.
I don't need that when I come here. That's not why I watch the show. I just like to come and talk shit with you guys.
I know, that's why
I'd love to come back anytime.
That's why we like to have you on, because we don't like to talk about window cleaning either, because it's fucking stupid. Window cleaning's dumb.
I talk about window cleaning all day.
Yeah,
so it's nice to get a break from that. Look at the topics tonight. We got arm wrestling. We got a shit ton of Mark requests. We got cop problems.
Yes.
Same-sex marriage, adoption, all
of
that
shit.
Stuff.
Same-sex marriage. Seth, I wish you the best.
I just don't understand.
Not that there's anything wrong.
Hey, good luck, dude.
Yeah, not that there's anything wrong with that. I'm just saying. I'm
just making sure we're good. Yeah.
Diego misses you, Chris.
Oh man, I love Diego.
I do
just want to give him big hugs every time.
Diego, are you coming to the huge convention? Because if you're not, I'm not coming. You better come, fucking
He'll be-
Diego. You better come, motherfucker.
I'm sure people would put a $50 deposit on it. I just don't want to take the deposit.
Yeah, man. Listen, if you want, if you're looking to pre-order shit, go to www.futureoffuckups.com and buy something from Perry. I'm sure he's got something you can pre-order.
Not to extend this podcast.
I'm sure he'll send it to you at an appropriate time.
That's got to be almost dead by now, right? I mean,
what?
Like,
no, there's a bunch of
the whole
fucking
future.
idiots still out there.
Huh?
What?
No, dude,
I'm just saying that whole
he's shifting
thing
gears.
has to be almost done.
He's shifting gears.
Still making masks?
No, he's moving to what are those things? Those steamers. He's gonna make a steamer now. Reach It steamer, and that's the question I would like to pose to anyone that buys Reach It gear. Are you seriously going to buy something that you could probably spend jail time in for not providing the service that it's supposed to be executing?
Look, the only steamer that motherfucker can produce is in his pants.
You know, like in fairness to people that end up buying his junk, like a lot of people just stumble across him on YouTube, and now that he has comments turned off, they don't really see how shitty it actually is.
Yeah.
And they don't like, I don't know, like so much of the junk about him is like little this and this and that and like different Facebook groups where like most people aren't getting the intricacy of that shit.
Yeah, right. Well, I try to make it as intricate as possible on any video I do about Perry. I try to make things like completely obvious that he's a piece of shit. You know what I'm saying? You know, I try my hardest. I think I worked. I think my plan came together perfectly. I think I shit on him just the right amount. Just enough.
The right amount. This shit was stacked high as a building.
Yo, it was so bad that he would have like fucking 30 dislikes on a fucking video within like 20 minutes of
if he
it
didn't
going up.
call begging, just leave me the fuck alone already. I let him go. Leave me alone.
If anything, I would have to say you've given him multiple ulcers.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. He fucking asked for it though, dude, you know?
Yeah, Wolverine's been asking for it for a long time.
Well, listen, he's not right now. What they're doing now is they're new and improved. Their top of the line brush is now no longer a solo item. Now they're giving it away with their basic mini package now. So that tells you where he's at right now. That to me, that's all that needs to be said about that dude. You know what I mean? His YouTube fucking channel. Who turns off their comments and their likes? You know what I mean? Come on, man. Just give it up, bro.
CNN and Perry.
CNN and Perry, right? Well, guys, we'll be back next week. Probably not with a guest as awesome as Chris, but we'll be back. So thanks, Chris. Go to windowcleaner.com. Buy shit from Chris because Chris is a good dude. And he gave all you guys free fucking squeegee rubbers. Don't forget that, you cocksuckers. So, but yeah, we'll see you next week. And deuces.
Thanks, guys.
Guys.